Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Get Lifted. 30 is the new 20. Hit the like button, share, and subscribe. And click the notification bell so you're notified the next time we post or go live. I'm La Hefta.
SmileyJizzle was good. Was good. In the building.
How was your weekend?
It was good until it snowed.
I know. And they've
Fuck
been
with the snow.
saying that for the last 2 weeks and it didn't. I was hoping that they was wrong this time. But,
I don't fuck with the snow.
and people be saying, oh, we need snow. No, it's because we don't.
People that be from down south, like they be capping.
No, people up here be saying that too.
What?
That they
No,
want
but
the
it
snow.
mainly be people that ain't never experienced it. Like them people that be down south, they fucking be capping because Texas was about to lose their goddamn mind when that shit happened, yo. They didn't know what they was gonna do. So stop saying, "Oh, I always wanted snow." No, you don't.
Hmm.
No, you don't. Because if you ain't used to it, you ain't gonna be able to deal with an inch, let alone 30 inches of snow. Like that's crazy. A foot of snow, like
Yeah,
crazy, yo.
snow is a no go. My rhymes impeccable. No, just kidding. Did we talk about the Cassidy and Cause no, cause
We
the
no,
last time it
we did
didn't.
talk about it. We talked about it, but
We talked
it's
about that it
more.
was coming, but not that.
Nah, we talked about the fight and everything, but because it happened last weekend, so definitely me being a Cavs fan, we definitely had to say something light about it. But I'll say this, because there's new developments. Cassidy put out a new. I don't think it's related to that. He put out a track, whatever. But I'll say the battle to me, it didn't it didn't like damage the culture or anything like that. I think if anything, I think it shed more light to the culture in a way. People probably wasn't looking at it like, oh yeah, like he's so thorough, and you know what I mean, people wasn't really looking at it like that. People was really looking at it more so like, all right, well he showed him that he was a fraud. Um, he really came at his character personally on a personal level. Like that was a little bit. It was a little more deep with that. Had a little more depth, but I think people were intrigued to see where this battle would go. Like if it would be progressive, or if it would be like, I don't know, just like it would be a beef or something. Would this squash the beef, whatever little beef they have, or whatever. But I think it was all theatrics. It's like wrestling. You know what I mean? Like yeah, it's battle rap, but it was more like wrestling. Um, the stuff that's going on now is just like damage control. People lost money. People didn't get refunds. People felt they was dissatisfied with the way that this went, and they want answers and all of that. And Cassidy sticking to his guns. He's saying, "Yo, the dude is just he just um, he a punk. You know what I mean? He just a coward. You know, and that's why he ain't want to pull up. You know, just get it over with. Get these bars, and that's it. It ain't like nobody gonna beat you up. Like he literally said that out of his mouth. Nobody gonna beat you up. Just come get these bars. And he got so many like technicalities and things that he need for his protection, his personal protection or whatever. So he don't feel comfortable enough to just get out there and do it. One, Cassidy saying, "Yo, he gonna do it." He had like a whole bunch of people that was gonna pull up. Like he had like 40 people with him. He's like he don't feel comfortable with 40 people and we battle rapping. Like you got a group of 40 people versus me and one other guy. I think that's kind of considerable. You know what I mean? Like I mean, it's just words. Like it's not nothing serious like that. We just rapping, right? If we keep it rap, then nothing gonna happen to you.
But
But
even all those, he said the size could only fit a certain amount of people. So
that was
you
another
got
thing that they were saying. He was like, "Yo, they had a spot that they could do it at." He said, "Yo, we could go here, but all my people gotta pull up. Like they not gonna miss out on my bars because you afraid. You know what I mean? Whatever. Like they all coming. Like whatever. If you want to bring more people, then bring more people. Like
the
fuck."
space wasn't big enough.
But that's what I'm saying. He still was like, he don't want to do no conditions that he making up outside of whatever it was because he don't care about none of that. He said, "Yo, we had it set for how it was supposed to go. Then if you still wanted to do it that day, we could have did that day, and we not about to do it on your card at your event because that's not what it is. I'm not about to bring promotion to your event." So he said no, and that's understandable too. The battle ain't go when it was supposed to go. They shut everything down. They pulled them out and all that. Like, you know what I mean? That's to me. I think they should have still had they battle that day in the garage, wherever. However many people was there, he's sitting in the car right there. They could have had they battle right there in the parking lot. He was talking about it online. He was like, "Yo, like he's sitting in the car right there, like his 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 BA. You feel me? Sitting over there."
You should move it over some more because you cut it out a little bit. Now stop messing with that cord.
But at the end of the day, I feel like it is what it is. Like to me, the battle it is what it is. Like it should have happened, but it didn't happen. Whatever. I'm moving on. I'm not gonna put like honestly, I'm a Cassidy fan, but I'm not gonna keep putting energy into this. It's not that serious. It happened. It happened. Now, for what it's worth, I can honestly say from what I heard, honestly, I think Cassidy bars hit a lot more harder than Easy's bars. Easy bars was bars. Not gonna hold you. He said some shit, but his shit didn't hit as hard as the other bars. Like for instance, you saying something about my mom's being a crackhead and it being true, that hit harder than whatever you about to say. If you say something else that's like worse than my mother being on crack, then but my mother is not on crack, never was. But just saying, if a rapper said that about my family and it was true, right? That would be some critical shit. So I'm saying that to say she was strung out on drugs, whatever, and he knew about that information somehow and put that in his bars to inflict pain on this dude from a personal level. So he wasn't saying nothing that he made up. He was really an adoption and all of that. Like, you know what I mean? Like he know all this nigga life. And that's the thing about battle rapping. Like you gotta be comfortable with exposure. Whatever skeletons in your closet that you don't want out, and somebody got it, and it's a price that they could take, they'll get it. They'll get that information. These niggas, these niggas is like, I mean, it's warfare. It's fear warfare. Like we out here, we all we could do, all I could do is beat you with my words. That's all I could do. I'm going to whoop you, right? All I could do is beat you with your words. Like, was it Friday? Friday I was listening to or no Thursday. Thursday Lloyd Banks was popped up on Spaces. Shout out to Lloyd Banks. Averb. Um he's talking about they trying to set a battle up with him and Jay Mills. Now, other people that was up there were saying, yo, if he are you gonna let the Cassidy, because the Cassidy and Easy heat's still going right now? Like you gonna give him, you know what I mean? Let that heat die down. He's like, fuck it, nothing, nigga. I'm trying to get my shine, nigga. Fuck them niggas, nigga. My shit about to be a headline. If they shit really hot, my shit don't matter. Like fuck, what you mean? Put my shit on pause. Like you feel me? Like nah, nigga, it's about to go down. Like nigga, this nigga want these bars, you gonna get these bars. But in a sense, thinking like, damn, is it gonna take away from your marketability? You're not afraid, you know, because you don't give a fuck about the publicity. You just want to say what you gotta say. So I get that. Is it a commercial aspect to it? You know what I mean? Because this is essentially this is a business. Because everybody wondering how do people get money from battle rap? Because my brother asked me that question. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what? Like, is it a business? Like, is it something in that? Because he's an artist. You know
They
what I
get
mean? And
paid
when you got
for the.
other people that rap or whatever, or they make songs, they think about them. Is it more money for me to jump into battle rap, or is it better for me to just stay in this lane? You know what I mean? But I'll be honest, like, if you could swing that bread, like it
You gotta put up money to do it, don't you? Like you both gotta
well,
put up.
you might have to put up something for a particular event, right? You might have to put up a little bit of bread for the event if you up and coming. If it's hosted and you on
So
the with the company that's hosting the shit, then you probably don't have to pay nothing. You get a purse. You know what I mean? But if you somebody that's coming in, like somebody that's bringing, a light to the culture or whatever, then you're gonna probably get a bigger bag than everybody else that's on the card. And that's what people don't look at. Like battle rap is not in nobody's basement or in some clothing store,
it's
sneaker
at an
store no more.
actual venue.
These shits is at theaters and shit. Like you know what I mean? Like Schubert and shit. Like will host a battle rap now. Like you know what I mean? That shit would be at the Barclays or some shit. Like it's a big event and they make money off of the people that's coming to see the event. So the crowd is lit. It's 8 Mile times 10. So it's people there. They all there waiting to see this shit. They don't paid at the door. Every every dollar that's counted for that shit is going to whatever the event, whatever they need, to the program manager, to the fucking people that's doing the lighting, to the venue, the money that gotta go back to the venue. All of that shit comes out of all of that money and it's a lot that goes into it now. It's not just niggas giving out DVDs at barbershops. Like now niggas really trying to go to Vegas to see a battle rap. You know what I mean? And they go to pretty good places to have them sometimes. So shout out to the
Now it's the same.
stop. Shout out to the what I mean, to the battle rap world, to all the battle rappers that's out there, people that's trying to come up, trying to do it. Like I love it. Like this culture, you don't understand. Like okay, I'm what am I Z generation X? I don't know, whatever we are.
They said it on the beef one time. I
But
forgot.
real talk. At the end of the day, I am so in the old school music. Period. I mean Curtis Blow. I mean Grandmaster Flash, Furious Five. Like bro, like whoever whoever back in the day from the 70s, matter of fact, even what I mean, from the 70s going forward, what I mean, that was music I was interested in because it was definitely us. Like it felt like us. And I'm not trying to make it seem like, I'm
Mm,
just taking it
Your
for me, but it's
your
it's it's something it's something to admire as it is our culture. It's something that we cultivated. Every culture has their part of history that they added to it, and we have that, and let us have it. You feel me? And it's just a beautiful thing when you get to see it unfold. You know what I mean? With how it all started, how it originated.
we're millennials. It says from 82 to 2000.
Millennials, okay. But yeah, hip hop. What I mean, the old school generation of hip hop, it was it was different, and a lot of people probably didn't appreciate it or don't think it's corny or whatever, but you could acknowledge it. And some of their cadences was pretty basic. It was
I
one rhyme. Hold on, let me land. One rhymes, bars, and those one rhyme bars was like, oh, that shit was hot. You heard what he said. Versus a person now who's using multi-syllable bars. Or you got somebody like Big L that's got a punchline after 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 a punchline. Kind of the style that Cassidy adopted. You know what I mean? There was so many artists, him, you know what I mean? Very lyrical artists that set the tone for this. So now like battle rap, when you listening to it, you want the most sophisticated lyricism.
Yeah, there was some. I just think it's just different. Like I do think there were some artists that were lyrical, but back in that time, like, but there are still songs that I like from that time, even though, but I can identify the difference in the way that they presented it. But there were some songs like that I like that was like it wasn't as lyrical, but it was still a good song.
Like some songs could be a mistake versus a song that you really like. Cut it out. Versus versus a song that you really like. You just
I don't know. She be
what is
doing
going
that
on? Cut
sometimes.
it
I
out.
don't know. I think she does that when she's in heat. I don't know why.
Um, chill. Um, versus some songs that you really sit there and you be like, yo, let me think about this time. All right, yeah. Oh, but let me, you know what? I like the way this sounds, but let me try it like this. Versus a freestyle where you just say whatever comes to your mind. You're not really thinking it through, but then you put it out like, oh, that's pretty hot. Now you want to put that down on paper. Now you want to create something out of that. Versus a dude making something and like, I ain't mean for it to sound like that, but let's go with that. It was a lot of let's go with that back in the day, and it was a lot of first take, let it rock type of shit versus somebody really putting effort in making it like an essay, proofreading their shit, going over their shit, or final touch. Because a lot of people, we're our worst critic. Like you could have the first time that you did something, it could have been a masterpiece. Now you'll never get that back to that because you picked it. Now it's a different song.
That's me.
You know what I mean? You gotta
It'll
sit
be a
on
different
you
song,
gotta
but
sit on
I
what you
do.
you gotta sit on what you put down and then make something else. Like fuck that, let me do something else because my mind's not taking me anywhere else with this. Now I'm losing the creative flair to it because now I'm trying to make it do this, that, whatever, versus what you put out is already is already a perfect work of
You just gotta
creative
tweak
art.
it sometimes. You
Nah, you
gotta,
don't.
cause if you
Nah, you
have an
don't. You
idea in
can,
your head of how you
but you
want it
don't.
to sound,
Because
then
if you have something set up in the format of an actual song, it's done. It's done. Let it go. But when you critique it, it's because you don't like your body of work. And if you don't like your body of work, sometimes you gotta trash it and come up with something different. I do that because I don't want to spend too much time working on the same thing, beating a dead horse. If this is not giving me what it needs to give me, then
no,
I'm
but
gonna
it
move
might
on.
not be you changing the whole song. It might be a certain line, like something else came to mind that you could replace it with, or something to make it flow better. Like it
But how
might
did
be too wordy, and you
but when
found
you made it
something
the
to
way
say
that
to
you
make.
made it, that's the way that you heard it the first time.
Yeah, but then how you hear it in your head and when you say it, it might like for
So
example, I'm
but
giving
you're
you an
trying the best to
actual
recreate your
I'm
thought.
giving you an actual example of my like maybe a line will be too wordy, and when I say it, it's too many words, so it doesn't sound right. It's hard to say it in a way to where how it rhymes how I want it to. So then something will come to me like, okay, I could replace that line with this, and that flows better when I say it. So it doesn't sound like I'm off beat because I try to fit so many words into one. Like it'd be things like that, or I might switch up how I said it or something to me, like not
Like
necessarily
artists are
changing the
writers,
whole.
like they're writers. Um, it's sometimes like you just overthink it, and music for the listener sometimes it's supposed to be simple. Sometimes it should be complicated. Like when I think of complicated, I think the aggression of the score for Requiem to a Dream. Have you ever heard that score?
In Requiem, and
Right. Have you ever heard that score?
I think so, but I'm not sure.
That I always say Requiem for a Dream for some reason because it
It
rhymes,
rhymes.
but yeah, it is Requiem. But when I listen to that, I'm like, oh my god, like the score, like it's crazy, like the strings, like how aggressive it is, like it really sounds like it could be made into something crazy. But
This guy said he likes Chopin.
who
It's another. It's a classical. It's classical music.
he like
Chopin.
Shurkan?
Show. I don't know how to say it. I think it's Chopin. He's a classical
Oh, okay.
composer,
I
or it's a
think I
song.
think I think this is what you're talking about.
They played it in school when I was in elementary school. And Mozart.
Is it Chopin? Frederick Chopin?
Yeah, but I don't. I think it's pronounced. That's not how you say it.
I know it ain't chopping.
Yeah, it's like it's not English, so there's an accent on
We got the best question answer in the world.
But yeah, I listen to lo-fi music or meditation music. I mean, it really does. It really is soothing, and I didn't used to listen to that. But it's like you could just really Chopin.
Chopin. Chopin. Chopin. Frederick Chopin.
But yeah, um, I
I'm a
am.
bot guy myself.
I do overlook. I do overlook like Beethoven.
No, I love Moonlight Sonata. That's like that's everybody's favorite or Fur-Elise. Everybody loves that. Everybody knows that. You know what I mean? But like I love Bach. Like all of his because um and Brahms, they made the lullabies and stuff like that, and stuff that we remember historically through life. You know what I mean? Like these are some of the younger experiences of our life through these songs that they've created. So that's why I like that. And then when you actually hear like that shit like in real time, it's just crazy when they perform it with all the shit. I didn't like going to the orchestra or anything like that. We went on music school trips and shit like every other public school kid probably had to. But it was I didn't like it. I didn't enjoy until I got older and appreciated the art of music. All the songs that I love, like Earth, Wind and Fire and the Isley Brothers and everything, it was all because of their instruments in the background that really just brought out the music and it made you feel the music. And you didn't just hear it, you felt it. It gave you a chill because it sounded like something around you reminded you of the moment you heard that song. Love
It's
music.
like nostalgia. It gives you nostalgia, and that's what I want to do. I want to make music to make people feel something. Like that's what it's supposed to do, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Whether it's sadness, happy, love, like whatever, or maybe you just been through it too, and you can relate.
Like I'm one of the type of people where I have to hear something that I haven't heard before to really like make me be like, all right, yeah, this is dope. It's different. Everything that I hear is the same, and the people that stand out to me are the people that I listened to when I was growing up. That's the only music I really want to listen to. And even then, when they make new music, it doesn't really appeal to me as much because they're trying to use the new sound. The only one that really stands out to me still to this day is Jadakiss, really, and Fabulous. Those are like probably two rap artists that I really resonate with in this period. Like if they come out with something new, for me personally, they're the only music that I'm really gonna be like, oh, I gotta jump on that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this gonna be a hot mixtape because mixtape era was really popping before albums came out. It was cool because, and you got to give this to Diddy, no Diddy, but it was cool to hear a rendition of someone else's track, like the remix, like coming out with a remix. was always dope. Like everybody couldn't wait because you wanted to see who was gonna be on the remix. Like that's what it was. You want, oh, is your favorite rapper gonna say a verse? You're gonna get to see their versatility, see how they move on a different track. You know what I mean? Like the song was good when it first came out because they sampled something from back in the day. But now they're taking that sample and making a remix of the song that they made that was already a hit.
This is the remix.
Like every remix. And the most favorable mention for remixes is probably gonna be Juicy by Biggie, Juicy Fruit. You know what I mean? And then you got them just taking that beat and looping it, and then he just made a masterpiece out of that shit.
And think about it. So many songs, uh, people didn't want to sing it that were hits, but they didn't want, like when he presented that to him, um, he's like, what is this? Because he looked at the cover and the how they were dressed and stuff. He's like, I don't want to do this. He was like, I'm telling you, like, just do it. This young gonna be fire or whatever. And he did it, and it was a hit. He was right, and that same thing happened with Tony Braxton. I think it was "Unbreak My Heart." I could be wrong, but she didn't want to sing it. I think it was that song, and it was a hit because she said she didn't like it or whatever. But that was one of her best songs. Well, it did the one of the the numbers that it did. It was the one of the most successful
I mean, that's a
songs
good
since she put
song.
it out.
And I was watching the Diddy doc. I started watching it, and I seen that Heavy D and Al B. Shore were the first like platinum artists from Uptown Records, and Diddy um actually really wanted Kim Porter from Al B. Shore and would stop at nothing until he finally ended up getting her. And the dude was still with her, like, and then all of a sudden, Al B. Shore, he going through all these changes or whatever, and then Diddy's got her.
So there's a pattern with him with that, right? Quincy is Al B. Shore's son, and now he adopted him. They're saying that Wolf is Justin's father, and he does look like him. And Chance's mother, one of his daughters, was with Tupac. They were in a relationship or something. People were saying they have pictures of them together before he got with her.
Now,
Or and that's she's like, well, she probably like in her 20s, in her early 20s.
now I
The
saw
the daughter.
I saw a document, well, not a documentary. I saw an interview with Dame Dash, and Dame was talking about how, you know what I mean, he wouldn't do what 50 did to make this, like just because of whatever differences you had with whoever you was dealing with at the time. I think that this is an extreme measure, and where we come from, that's not necessarily something that I would do. So now they got a little back and forth or whatever. So he was addressing it. He was like, look, he always, put saying something about me or whatever. So like this is what's going on. Like it's popular news right now. And I just said my opinion on it. And that's his opinion. And to be perfectly honest, what he said, I kind of agree. Like, why are you going out of your way to come at another African American? You know what I mean? Knowing that, y'all all face the same struggles. Like, what if some come out with allegations about you? You know what I mean? Which they could. They may not be true, but if they say it now, that's a piece coming against your character that will have to be addressed. How would you feel? Like, you know what I mean? And it's like these people aren't my friends, but they black men. They wealthy black men or whatever. So he like, what I mean? Like at the end of the day, I understand the same shit that they gotta go through, and why would I contribute to that? And I would never try to profit off of a black man using a white man. You know what I mean? Like that's what he was saying. I was like, damn, that's deep. But I feel him on that shit. Like I don't know.
Dame
Like
Dash is like the last one that needs to be
it's calling
saying
the
it
kettle
because
black, but it's still the lines is it is crazy. But then the lines is like from a hypocritical standpoint, I could see where he's coming from. Like if you didn't ever do anything negative in your life, then whatever. You made a song called "Don't Throw Glass Stones." You know, when you live in a glass house or whatever, don't throw stones if you live in a glass house type shit. So like an aspect spoke on it as well. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like nobody is saying that there's a code that you gotta follow if somebody does something wrong to other people. No, you still people need to be held accountable to what they've done. It just looks like don't make it seem like you're for the people. Like if you're really actually for the people, then try to do something that's gonna help the people. Like smearing him is just gonna probably put some people that work for him out of a job. Is probably gonna ruin his family. He got a family, he got kids, he got all of this. Like, how far are you willing to go to destroy a man's life? He already went to jail, he did whatever he did, but now you're going this far out of your way when there's people that are not from your culture that you could go out to just as easily. Why wouldn't you have done that? Why would you never have done that? Why? Because these are the people that line your pockets. And it goes into one of our topics tonight.
Wait, let me
Go ahead.
respond
No,
to
go, go,
that.
go ahead. Go ahead.
So 50, well, 50 Cent is petty. I said that before. When he doesn't like some, because he's not just, like I said before, he's not just doing it to a random person. He don't like him because they had issues in the past or whatever, or things that happen that he don't like. So that's why he's doing it. But 50 Cent is petty. I said that before. Just like when Irv passed away and he basically laughed about it or whatever. Like he's too old to be acting like this. And I said Dame is the last one I need to be saying because you keep going. Well, they haven't said anything. I ain't seen anything recently, but him and Cam was going back and forth, and you were on the interview saying that. I'm sure you got paid to do the interview. I don't imagine that you would be doing it for free. So that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're gonna say that, yeah, I agree because I said 50 Cent is petty. But although I don't have a problem with him making a documentary because if he did those things, it needs to be brought to light. So because of this particular situation of what all the things he's being accused of, I don't see a problem with it. Now, if you're just making up stuff and you know for a fact that it's not true, and you're just like, if it's not, but if these could help victims get like closure or whatever, or if they can, if this could be some evidence or something that they didn't see or whatever that could help get justice served for those people. Because I think like Diddy, it makes sense that I believe that he did the stuff that he recruited. I hope people aren't. I maybe some people might be making up something, or maybe it happened but they weren't going to say anything because but then they didn't get paid for their music or whatever. Maybe that's a possibility too. But if he still did that, and I don't think it should be no time frame on when you can report it. You don't know what no one knows what that's like to be assaulted if that never happened or drugged, and you can't answer for them like why. And even if it's like, oh, you just want to ruin, they did that to me, they ruined you. I don't think you, if that does happen, I don't think you ever get over something like that. Like that, and they probably see him on TV and stuff all the time. Well, I've heard people say this, like not specifically about him, but when something like that happens to him, every time I'm on TV, I get triggered. Every time he's on TV, I get triggered when I see him because they have something like that can cause PTSD. Just like if you go to the military, you see certain things. Other experiences after that might trigger it. You might hear an alarm and it might bring you. So it's similar to something like that. I believe that's possible. And we, none of us really know what happened when we wasn't there. And I know people do lie, and that's the messed up part because there are people that make up things, and it's like, but it sucks that people do that because I just don't think it's right that when something, for people to automatically just be like, oh, they're lying, and you don't even know if they're lying or not or whatever. And I just think people shouldn't speak on it because it's like, imagine how you would feel if that really happened to you, and you don't. Some people probably don't come forward because they don't want to be think people saying that they're lying after everything they went through. Like, you
Right.
don't, you
There
want.
was a sorry to interrupt you, but to your point of what you're saying right now, there was a 60-minute interview with Cameron Giles from the Is What It Is podcast. Sports. I'm sorry, sports uh podcast. Um, but he said in this interview, he said, "Yo, if a serial deleter lived next door to me, you know what I mean? Like I wouldn't say nothing. Feel me? Like because the way that he was moving. Now, mind you, this was a while ago. This was like, you know what I mean? I don't think this was like recent, but this was like a while ago. This was before he was doing what he's doing right now, or whatever. But in any case, the rules that apply to anybody that responds to something with somebody doing something, if you agree to conditions of whatever lifestyle that you live, and this is what it is, then this is what it is. Like people can't just change it when they want to change it. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, if you're a criminal, you can't say, "Oh, I'm telling on the other criminal." Like y'all doing the same shit. I mean, they doing something fouler than what you doing. But if you doing something you don't want no attention,
They would talk about this
so
on
you
Joe
just gonna be
Budden's
like, "Yo,
podcast.
I need to relocate," which is what he said. I'm gonna relocate. You know what I mean? I'm gonna, you know what I mean, necessarily be like, "Oh, he in 4-7 or
But
something
he
like he
didn't
said." You
do
feel me?
anything to you. That's the caveat.
Well,
He,
yeah, if
because
they did,
that's a
if they do
random
something to you.
person.
Now, other people said they
And
might intervene. They
I
might
would,
do something. Like I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm gonna do something. You know what I mean? And that's probably just as bad. Mind your business.
there's
Keep it
also a
moving.
difference too, I think, of the level of crime. Because if you're just selling, although I wouldn't necessarily, here's the thing, and they made a point of this on JBP, on the Joe Budden's podcast. They were discussing this. And he was like, Ish was like, you shouldn't want none of them. Like he's saying there should be no difference. Like what he's saying, if you go on call it, then you will call it on a drug dealer, you will call it on the serial on the live or whoever the rapist or whatever. Like if you're gonna, well, they were saying do that because they were like they be checking the list of
Mm.
rapists because you know you can check that in your area or whatever, registered offenders or
Right.
whatever. So it may not necessarily even be that. That's the crazy part. They'll label that, they'll put you on the offenders list, but it does tell you what the level of it is. You shouldn't be on that list if you peed outside or something. That could really happen.
Right.
Like if they, so it's like it's crazy. Like
But if you reporting other
no, but
African American people
it
to
doesn't
them
even matter the
people,
color. If you're doing something wrong, if you're that
they
person
they're gonna
and you
call
want
you
to,
that.
I don't care what they call
That's what I'm
because you're
saying.
not
That's what they're
doing
gonna
it.
call you.
If you're doing it just for, and that's the thing.
If you're
You don't
doing it
know.
to entertain the
Can
other
I?
race.
Yeah, that's, but you don't know if that's why they're doing it.
Mm,
That's your assumption.
okay.
If they did something to you and you don't, it's different if they just live next door to you, which I would move to. And I probably, if you're a serial unaliver and they're looking for you, I'm I am, that's different than somebody that's just trapping. Although both can create the same thing, because if somebody's selling drugs, depending on the level of it, they can bring they can be an unaliver as well, and they could potentially be dangerous. And if you got kids and stuff like that, like, and I don't call the cops or whatever. I've never called the cops, but I've never been in a situation where I felt that it was necessary. But I'm also a civilian or whatever. But I still think there's levels. Like someone's their intent in most cases is not to harm someone. They're just trying to make money or whatever. You have consent of the people that they're giving this stuff to, and you know what I'm saying. Now it may get sticky. They may catch a body because that, something might happen. Maybe they have to defend themselves, or maybe somebody in their territory, but that's not their goal. Usually, that's the difference. If you a
Does
serial
that
unaliver,
does that make them a menace to society or not?
that's what I'm saying. They're saying that if you're gonna do it, then you might as well. I don't think it's not wrong, but I do think it's levels, because that's what they're saying. If you're accused of something like that, as far as I know, 50 Cent has never been. I don't think he's got accused of murder. No one accused him of raping someone. So he probably sold drugs or something. Maybe he shot at somebody. Maybe he tried to defend himself or something. But I don't think. Well, I haven't heard anything about him doing something to somebody unless it was like retaliation, and I don't think he got. the stuff that is not the same. Like the stuff he does is minuscule compared to,
But
and he
Kanan was
didn't.
wild. Kanan was wild.
Yeah, that's a TV show though. That wasn't about him or whatever. But that's what I'm saying. So it's a difference. Like, yeah, you doing criminal behavior, but you not taking nobody life. You not just raping people. Like that's, and we don't know if he did it or not. Okay, I could say that. But if he did, he needs to get some type of repercussions for that. These people not making it up, and we'll never know.
Yeah.
However it plays out, hopefully they're not lying. But because I think that it's just levels to it. Like you can't put that in the same box. Like, yeah, they're all breaking the law, or maybe they all have broken the law. But like, and yeah, there's a code that you have to follow, but I don't think that includes serial killers. Snitching is if y'all both committed a crime together, and you this is how they classify it or whatever. Like if y'all both committed a crime together, or you know somebody did something in the hood, like Arizona judge or something like that, and then you get
Snitching is
caught
telling.
as, yeah, but if you're, yeah, you call about a serial killer or something, but I don't think most
Cause
people,
it's taught as children
even if you, even if you,
in the form
even
of
if you were,
tattletale.
I'm pretty sure there's some people that did stuff like that. But if they knew if there was a serial unalive or living next door to them, they would do something about it. Because especially if you have children or stuff like that, you could just move, but maybe you don't have the means to just pick up and move or something like that.
Let me tell
And
you
9 times out of
the
10, if
problem.
you a criminal or selling drugs too or something, you don't.
The
Like
problem with
so,
the
because how
rhetoric,
much
right,
money are you
is
making
that
from that?
is the understanding of the rhetoric is that you live a criminal lifestyle. If you don't live a
But
criminal
does he?
lifestyle, then I don't know, but if you don't live a criminal lifestyle, you're thinking in terms of, okay, well, I'm a citizen and I want to be protected by the law. So if something happens, I'm going to call the authorities, which is a logical sense. That's what they're for, right? So yeah,
But
you should
do
hold on,
people
hold on.
deserve
You
retribution?
should be able to do that. What people think is we doing whatever we doing and you're no better than I am. You still break the law. You just break it in a different way. Who are you to judge me? Only God can judge me. You feel me? So you
But
living
do we
by the
know that?
criminal law. The criminal law is snitching is snitching. Telling is telling. Who broke the cookie jar? If you say that your little brother did it, then you're a snitch, motherfucker. Like you know what I mean? You may not be oh my god, you gotta get taken out, but
But does
you
he
know
live
now you
a
get that
criminal
label.
life though? That's what I'm saying. Maybe he did in the past, but do
These
you
are
think
just
it's
laws
possible? Because some of them
that
never
people
leave the
live
city.
by. Like they just don't want to be a tattletale. Like it's not my
Okay, that's
business.
his
Like
law, but do you think that people can change? And I don't. I'm saying that this. I believe this is possible. Like if you were living a certain way before, that was for survival. You don't have to survive no more. You're doing well for yourself. You
uh-huh.
should change that mindset.
Okay.
Dame Dash is too old to be talking about. He don't even got no teeth, and he's sitting up here talking about what. And then you're involved in the stuff that you're telling him not to do on top of it. But you shouldn't be worried about somebody snitching or something like that. And furthermore, you don't know if their intent is just to entertain people, or if they're doing, like I said, you know that he doesn't like him, so he's doing it for that, and then he gets some money from it. He's not saying, here, watch me dance for you, or they're gonna do, like, we don't know. You can't really prove that. That's just
Right.
an assumption. So without that, you can't call them what you're trying to say without that proof, because that it's deliberate. It's a deliberate thing. So if that is the reason, the driving force behind it, you need to know that for certain. And no one knows what goes on in people's head or why they do stuff. You just make assumptions based off things
I
that
know
you've seen,
it's the same thing. It's everything's
especially if you don't know these
everything is
people
alleged.
personally.
That's an alleged idea. You know what I mean? But we don't know that that's the motive behind it. This is very creative. Images and videos that are being used are like very exclusive shit, like pre-trial and shit. I don't think anybody's seen that shit, so that's crazy.
Yeah, because Diddy's dumb. He will record himself all the time. And certain conversations that were
Yeah,
in it, it's like, why would you be filming that? Like, you don't. That's, I don't know. I don't know. I just wish it'd be over with. I mean, it is over with. He in there. He got his sentence or whatever. So, but I watched it. And it's a shame that it is. But if he's done these things, then you can't be like, oh, this is a black person. He shouldn't be doing that. Regardless of what color you are, you shouldn't be doing that. So it's sad that it has to be one of our people, and I don't like that he's being accused of these things. But I want the people, if he did do it, to get they need something needs to be done about it. And it saddens me because I like Diddy music. I like the artists that he discovered and stuff like that. A lot of the people that was signed with him, and you know, it's I get why people are like they don't want to. We don't got that many. You know,
He invented the
people.
remix, yo.
So I get it, but also all of that goes out the window if you're doing something like this. Like I can't like
And
yeah,
somebody asked me,
breaking the law is
I'm
breaking the
still
law.
listening to R. Kelly. I said, hell yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like breaking the law because you're not messing with my entertainment because you did that. But of course, the
Unapologetically.
only thing is, I think about it now every time I do listen to the music. Like that thought comes into my mind. Like damn, like because you cannot. And then R. Kelly, some of the songs he made, it's like damn, you was talking about this nigga's a pedophile,
Yep.
like a PDF.
Yep.
And it's like I know, and now I know what you talk because it was weird. Anyway, there's a lot of songs that were weird that nobody paid attention to. Like there's this song by Aaron Hall, and it's an old song. A lot of people like it was in Juice. Matter of fact, I think in the beginning. Um, and it was crazy. It was basically talk about like taking a girl's virginity or whatever, but they say he was talking about someone specific or whatever, and he was like, don't don't run, girl, because I'm a cat. Like I don't know, it was just if you listen to the words, but people were singing it, people loved that song. I don't even remember that, but I do remember it was in Juice, but I didn't know that song. But I like I Miss You by him, but this song is wild. Like he was saying some crazy stuff, like he was gonna take it. Like I don't be scared. Like it's like the way he was talking, he didn't say I'm going to take it, but like the lyrics was crazy. Like and it recently came out because he was a part of that too. They said there was allegation that Aaron Hall was involved in the stuff or whatever, going to the freak offs and stuff like that or whatever. So after that, people started somebody put that song like, remember this song, guys, or whatever. Listen to what he's actually saying or whatever, and then like, and I seen the lyrics. I'm like, yo, these people are weird, and there are other artists that just like when Rick Ross made that song, she didn't even know it. So you're sitting up here and making a song about drugging women, putting drinks I mean, putting a roofie or whatever
Yep.
in her drink, and she doesn't know it. So what are you gonna do after that? Why would you make a song saying something like that? Like
It's
that's
the
not.
same. It's the same. Hold up. Now when I think about it, it's the same as when they making music about deleting other people, deleting people that they got a problem with, and going up and taking their family out and taking out their mother and taking out their kids and whatever. It's the same thing. It's the same tone. It's no better than that, but it's music. It's an expression. It's not something good, but it's saying a nasty part of the party life that this is what's gonna happen. You probably gonna get drugged when you in the club. Should this be something that you champion? Hell no. But something that you acknowledge is like, yo, this is something that goes on in the underworld. Like, you know what I mean? It could be an educational point. But when people acknowledge it, they listening to it, they bumping
But
it
they're not
because they
saying it to teach you.
the
They're
song is not
glorifying it,
good. The
making
song
it.
is not good.
That's
She
what
ain't
I'm
even
saying.
know it. Everything about the song
That's
is
what I'm
not good.
saying. So
That's
you
just
so
one
you're
part of
talking
the verse.
about
But
raping people because what you gonna do
no,
after
but
you drug her and she didn't even
he's
know it?
he's saying he's saying the hook is she didn't even know it, right? And he's saying a whole bunch of stuff about a girl, all negative stuff. The song is negative from the jump. It's no different than again,
It
like
is different
Eminem saying the crazy shit that he said. It's no different than anybody else saying it's an expression of art of this type of song.
because
So
then
it's
it
already
makes
a
you
negative
ask,
song.
did they actually do it? We can answer the other question. We know they didn't actually. Nobody, if they're not committing unaliving people and that hasn't come out, then we don't know that. We don't know if they're putting drugs in people's cups. or whatever,
But we
and
still
saying she
gonna
ain't
bump the
know it.
song with somebody deleting somebody. We
But
gonna
that's
bump
different.
both songs. Matter of fact, we still bumping. She ain't even know it. We still bumping
You bumping
lawyer
that.
fees. I mean, cause it got a
You
good
can't
bop to it. It got a
compare
nice
that. That's
beat.
not the same thing.
It sound good. It's kind of ignorant.
Because the difference between that is one is an innocent person. This is the difference of why one is worse than the other. One is usually an innocent person, and you're doing this, the one about putting something in your cup or whatever, and they're an unwilling participant. And then the other situation, usually when they're making songs and saying stuff like that, and no, it's not right, but there's a reason behind it. It's retaliation. I'm saying this because you said something to me or you did something to me, so I'm reacting to it. Although the reaction is not good, that's different than you just been an innocent person and you're doing stuff to them, and they didn't do anything wrong to you. And even though it's a song, like, we know what the people are getting accused of and stuff. And then why, like, I would never support. I don't when I thought, like, when it first came out or whatever, I would listen to it. But then when I thought about it, I'm like, that shit is weird as fuck. Like, why would you, like, be saying that? Like, why would you want to make a song saying some shit like that? Like, that's crazy. And you shouldn't make it about
You're right. You're
unaliving
right.
people either. But like I said, in most cases, it's expression, like we say. So if
Right.
you did something to me, no, it's not right. I don't condone violence, but reacting to something as opposed to just doing it because that's what you want to do, and they didn't do anything wrong to you. And in the same token, if you're just unaliving people and talking about that and they didn't do anything to you or whatever, the same thing. Like, because they don't deserve. Not that they deserve it if they did, because it shouldn't go that far. But it's
Nobody
understandable.
deserves to get Mickey.
They
Nobody
That's
deserves
what I'm
that.
saying. But I'm talking about nobody deserves to get unalive either.
Absolutely.
But
Absolutely.
it's understandable because people can't control themselves, and certain people be bugged out. But
You
it's
know what? I always look at anything like what you write in your journal is sacred. Anything that you write in your music is sacred. It's sacred to you until you share it with the world. Now the world can judge your art for what
if
it
you
is.
writing songs like that, they need to question you because
But you write what
you
you write. You know what I mean? Like some people, in order to get through aggressive periods in life, they would write it down.
like,
Or they would make a note to
being
themselves.
imagine being a victim, and then of this, and then they make a song and put Molly in the cup. She didn't even know it, and he did that to you, and and you gotta hear
And they'd be
that.
like, I
Like,
got it from
it's
the
basically
song.
like I'm taunting you in front of the
Dramatic, bro.
world. Like, I put you through this, and I'm making a song about
Like a
it.
big Diddy poster.
Can't nobody take my pride. Can't nobody hold me
But
down.
he did it to her.
I got to keep
But
on
she couldn't.
moving. He said he can't. They holding you down now for a little while.
Oh yeah, they hold him down. Yo, there's a crazy story. Um, so a guy is describing how his mom transitioned into being his dad 10 years after his birth. How that played out to his life. I'd like you guys to share this experience with me for the first time. I'm gonna listen to this. This is an interesting story, and I want to have a discussion on this. This is kind of interesting.
You're playing a clip.
Yeah, thank you. Oh,
Through this process, I learned. How did your dad first broach the topic of transitioning with you? He asked me how I'd feel about it, and I said, if you want to be my dad, you can be my dad because you already dress like a boy anyways. And don't let anyone bring you down. Just do what you want to do. We went through counseling for 5.5 years, and I think it's very important for a lot of trans people in general to put the children in counseling to get them more understanding of what they're getting themselves into, because not everybody is going to accept you right away. It was best for him to give me the opportunity to have a choice, or him have a choice, and together we both made one. And his choice was first, and then I accepted it. Word to my son, and transitioning 10 years later, my mom became my dad. When I was younger, I called him my mom. I started calling him
yo,
my dad.
and he reacts to his mom like a dad. I don't know if that's gonna make him soft or that's gonna make him tough. I don't know if it's gonna be detrimental to him behaviorally.
Here's the thing: everybody's different, and I know people that we both know people that have had a situation, and then it's like, are you then and then their kids are, or at least one might be a part of the community, and then we say, is that the cause? But then I also know people that have kids that are a part of the community, the LGBTQ, and they have kids, and their kids are heterosexual. So I don't think, because we've talked about this before, I'm gonna say I believe this theory that that when you if you're a part of the LGBTQ community, it's because um during the pregnancy, your mental gender didn't develop to full term with your physical body. So you may have been physically born a man, but your brain, because it starts off as a male. I think every fetus starts off as a male, and then as at a certain process in the pregnancy, then it forms. In, if it's going to be a girl, then it starts to form into that, and then it continues down that process. But what happens with people in the LGBT, the LGB, I'm just gonna say, because the other letters are separate. That's what you identify as, um, but also that could be the cause as well. Is because your brain, say you start off as a male, and then and then your body, continue to develop into female during the pregnancy, and then your brain stops at male. It never, at some point, it didn't fully form. So that's why I said I always thought that I was supposed to be that, or also why you could be attracted to the same sex, because typically those people are more like, if it's a girl, you're usually like a tomboy. There are some girls that are still more feminine and they're like that, but a lot of times you see that they dress like they don't want to be a boy necessarily, because there are people, if you ask them that, they'll say no, they know they're a girl, but they might wear baggy clothes or something, and the way they dress is, they dress kind of like a boy, or stuff like that. But they say it's because your brain didn't develop to full term to the gender that your physical body was. So that's the problem. And I think that's like a birth defect. And it sounds like mental health, because something is your brain. That's why your mind is not matching what you actually look like on the surface and on the inside, what your physical is, and why you think you're born a girl, but you were supposed to be a boy, because your mental is messed up or whatever. But I think that's a birth defect, and I don't know what causes it, because I don't think they haven't come up with that. But this is something that they said they've done studies on it, and this is what they're saying as to why. So I said that to say I don't think there's a correlation between, if you were born from a person that's a part of that community and you experience a life being raised by them, that's going to automatically make you be that way as well. I've seen it happen, but then we don't know if that was the reason or something else happened. Something else could have happened, or they could have just already felt that way before. Like, you can't really prove that unless you didn't have a conversation with people. And but I've seen different sides, like, and then they don't. And like, I do agree with the education part. If you're going to do that or whatever, then the therapy. I mean, not education, said put them in counseling so they can like cope with it, because yeah, kids gonna pick on you, but kids gonna pick on you regardless. So I don't think that's a reason to say, because they'll find anything, it doesn't matter. You got on some, you not wearing no Jordans, they gonna be like, what are those, or whatever, like, and they like, that's not the symbol on the polo shirt or whatever. They'll pick
Yeah.
on you and say it doesn't matter what, unless you're like,
Materialism.
yeah. So they're gonna find something. But excuse me. So yeah, I don't know if that matters, but I don't understand. But I think it's like, it's kind of I don't know. I think maybe you should wait until your kids are older. It's like if you want to have kids, because I feel like if you decide to do that, she probably already had been thinking about this for a while. Probably she probably felt like this her whole life. That lady from the video or whatever, that she was supposed to be a man or she was supposed to be a boy or whatever. Why would you wait till after you have a child to decide to do that? I think if that's something that you're going to do, then you should figure that out first before you decide to have children. Like, and I know this people do this. Like, people are on the down low. Like men, they'll do that because they don't want to come out because they, but you're still doing it. So you might as well just go be with a man. If you're still gonna, it doesn't make. Then you have a family, and then your wife find out that you're sleeping with men or whatever, and it's like I don't want to say it's not wrong, but that's you. If that's what you're into, it's not fair for you to create a whole family with someone else or whatever, or to have a broken family because you probably didn't stay with that person, whoever she had that kid with, because you wanted to be a man or whatever. And you obviously had to sleep with a man to do that. I'm assuming that she likes women. I don't know because it's different. When you transition, doesn't mean that you're gay because that's not what you like. So sometimes they still be straight. Like
Like
Kate,
remember in Trapped in the Closet? Oh my God, it's a man, a man, a
man.
man, a man. And it was really it just caught you off guard to find out that a pastor is cheating on his wife with another man.
And
And, and,
I've
and it's
seen
only
that.
because they not living their truth. Like, why you get married to this woman? Why you do? You know what I mean?
And that's
You know what
why
I
I
mean?
think
Move on with your life. You know what I mean? Whatever. But
and that's why I think because I see both sides. People don't accept it. The people that they love the most, they might get kicked out of if you a kid. Some parents will disown you and stuff like that. So it's scary, and that's why I think like if you try to do everything you can do, because I don't think you can really change someone once they're saying that, like, and then people that say, "Oh, I've been delivered," like whatever. I don't believe that. I think that they still you just trying not to do it. But if you really you're never going to be happy, like, and then if you like I said, you start sneaking around and doing that stuff, and that's why I think kind of people should be more accepting or at least try to understand or try to help them. If you think it's something, not by beating them or whatever or kicking them out or do like you should try to, but I mean this is a parent, but this is why I said they should have figured that out before they had a kid, because that is a lot for a kid to be able to process at that age. Um so and like I said, now you have a broken family and we know what the stats are on that. Um but I think how it affects you in terms of what your sexuality is, I think that depends on the person. I don't think it's automatically like if they're raised by a person in the community that they're going to end up like that. Because I've seen people that, as far as I know, they had kids and they were heterosexual, and their parent was always like that, and they always like they grew up that way. They've seen girlfriends or boyfriends, and they were the same sex or whatever, and they so. But I've also seen people that are like that, and they kid do be into that. But I don't think it's because of that. I think it's because of what I said. Biologically, there's a disconnect mentally.
a teacher said a student looked gay. What do you think about that?
Well, what happened was a kid
Yeah,
first was calling him that.
I mean,
He was saying it at school, so he told the teacher, and then the teacher's like, "Okay, I'm a the first." I oh no, yeah, she said, um, "Okay." She was like, "But you do sometime the way you walk or something like that." Yeah,
yeah,
she basically agreed with it or whatever. So, but they didn't say anything. So, well, he came home and told his mom, and then she called. She said she called the school, and she was like, "What did you do about it? Like, did you
he
say
did look
something
gay
to
though.
him?"
I ain't gonna-
He sounded like it. Did you?
Niggas
This what
ain't
I'm saying.
right,
See, he a
right?
little boy, but this is why I think like everybody
Where his
that
father at?
a lot of people that I know that are a part of the community, they was like that when they was little. Like I went to school with people that it was like they was they was dating. There's guys that I went to school with. They were dating women, but everybody knew that. Well, not everybody knew. You could tell that to me. I was like, I don't. I'm surprised that
The nigga was a
he's
little
doing.
off.
Yeah,
Like, you
and
know what I
then
mean? Like
now
all the boys was all rambunctious and dusty and shit. And this nigga always was just fruity and never never could keep up with them and never was as engaged or whatever. It you know what? It's crazy. There could be some athletes that, you know, they came out, but they're like the greatest athletes in the world, like boxers, wrestlers, which is weird. Like, you know what I mean? A wrestler, a gay wrestler, that's too much grabbing and shit, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
and then you ask
Gold Dust,
yourself,
yo,
are you?
remember Gold Dust? Niggas ain't want to wrestle with him.
But I think, and then you think that they're doing it because of that. And then that's another thing. People need to stop because I've heard people in the community say things about this that people automatically assume, like people, for example, don't want to be friends with, like, they'll be upset if they find out that their friend was a part of the community and they didn't tell them. And they're not if they're heterosexual. And they're they feel some type of way because they don't want to be, and it's like
Because they don't want to
why
lose your
you
friendship.
automatically assume
Yeah.
that I'm interested in you just because, like, that doesn't mean that the person, just because someone is gay or something like that, like, why would you think that they want you? Just like straight people, I like men but I don't like all men. Like I'm or even if they're attractive, that doesn't mean, that doesn't mean I'm interested. There are people that are attractive, but I don't view them in that way. It because it's not that doesn't mean that I automatically want them, or it doesn't mean that I'm automatically attracted to them because I'm into that to the same, like, well, this is what people have said or whatever, and that makes sense because why would you? I think that's a fear that you're wondering if your entire friendship where they looking at you and where now that would be worse. Like I don't think they had to tell you that because they're not sleeping with you. But
That would
if
make it
they did,
creepy.
but if they were interested in you and they didn't tell you, now that's not right. I think they should say something because that that is weird. So every encounter that you had, some people do things like they'll walk around, they can be like, "Oh, you got the same thing." Like come out of the shower and go put, and it's
Yo,
like you doing
that's
that on
unacceptable.
purpose because it is. But
It's unacceptable.
that's what I'm saying. But you didn't know, and then you find out, and then you're like, "What the fuck?" So you was just like, so you did like,
Have some decency. Like all right, like put it like this. Like a man is gonna be in different situations within their life where if you're among other men, you may see another man without his clothes on. Now don't what do you call it? Cut the words and make it sound like some other shit. But it's a possibility that you may be doing something, maybe in athletics, maybe if you go to the gym, something like that. And if you're comfortable enough with your sexuality, it doesn't bother you. Yeah, we do have the same equipment. I'm not interested in what he has. I like the female anatomy, unfortunately. You know what I mean? So, not even unfortunately, fortunately. So, because I prefer the opposite gender to what I am, I I don't have any problem with being in the going to the restroom. They could be doing some wild shit. You know what I mean? Whatever. I could do my business and I get the fuck out of here. Like, you
yeah,
know what I
that's what I'm
mean?
saying.
Oh,
Because they're not interested in you. But I'm saying, imagine finding. I think
I don't even care. I don't want
that
to
should
know.
no. I'm saying that's finding out that they have like a crush. That's different than just liking what you like. You are actually the person that they desire
Now,
or
if it's
whatever. So they've
harassment,
been.
then you go into jail.
No, but I'm saying, what if they tell you, like, they tell you that they come
That's
out
harassment.
and then they tell you, I like you
That's
too.
harassment. You can't work
Like,
here no more.
so your whole friendship was a lie. Like,
Now,
cause they,
now you not a friend because you want some other shit. Like if you like, first of all, like if you know I got a girl or whatever, you know what I mean. You already know what time it is. So if you do try to come like that, you know what I mean. It's gonna be uncomfortable. It's gonna be awkward, and I don't want to be a Neanderthal and try to resort to violence, but I would be uncomfortable. You know what I mean? And I would be like, yo, like we can't communicate like that no more because it's too weird. Like it's not regular. Like because you can't like just talk to me regular. Like you know what I mean? Now you said some wild shit, so now there's no further communication that we need to have
there,
as men unless it's business. If it's not business, then you don't need to come over. You don't need to hang out because we're not gonna watch a movie together. Like it's gonna be too weird.
awkward after that.
Yeah, because you've been lying for your whole life. Like if I knew you for mad long and then you just been lying the whole time, like nigga, you should have been said that and then we lived our life. You know what I mean? I didn't have to. I
Yeah,
think it's.
so that's what I'm saying. It
I
should
think
only
that's
be,
selfish.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. You should only be mad if that was the case, if they
Yeah.
were interested in you. Otherwise, that's still your friend. That shouldn't change, why you're friends with them, because they're not including you in that part. But if they had a
Shit.
crush,
I would
that
say
is
I would
kind of
say right
crazy
now,
because you
like
was stalking
I'm
me
40 years
basically.
old. If you my boy now, I don't need to know that shit, man. I don't need to know that shit. Keep that shit to yourself, bro.
Would you not talk to them
I
anymore if
don't
they
want to
told you?
know.
But I'm
I
saying if
probably
they told
I
you.
probably wouldn't. I probably yo like if it came to that point where they felt like I gotta, it would be weird. Like yo, all my boys is like married. They got a family. You know what I mean? That'd be kind of weird. Like you feel me? So I don't want to hear no shit like that. Just like keep it to yourself. Because for me, it's like our families are connected with each other families and stuff like that. I don't want to be the person that be like, I ain't fucking with them. Like, you feel me? Like, I don't want to do that. Like, that's, you know what I mean? Whatever.
But what if nothing changed? They just
Nothing don't need
exist.
to change. Keep it to yourself. You know what I mean?
But they
Why,
probably,
why at
but
40
okay,
years
so
old
if
do
they
you
didn't
need to
actually,
announce some shit like that in 2025?
because
You
if
can't
they're
keep that shit to yourself and
because
keep your lifestyle to
they
yourself.
were down low, and now they didn't specifically say it to you, like they just
Like
now
now,
they
like when
started
you
dating
say
you.
change, I guess I'll put it like this. If they do, then I'm assuming their behavior is going to change as well. Because if you're still
No,
continuing to
they're just
do
dating
the
men.
same
They're
shit, but
not
I'm
gonna
saying
be with a woman
if
anymore.
you're continuing to do the same shit, like play
Play
ball or
basketball
yeah,
and
you know what I
do.
mean, like regular shit, niggas ain't gonna know unless you fucking be like, oh, you're gonna bring your boyfriend over and he gonna play ball too. Like, who the fuck? What?
He might know.
That's
He
some wild.
might be,
But that you
but there
understand
are
how
men.
wild that is?
But there
Like
are
that's
men that
wild.
are gay that
That's
are
wild to
not.
do
You
some shit
wouldn't
like
look at
that.
them and be like they're gay.
That's a friendship over ass thing. You can't do no shit like that. It's gotta be some shit like
So you would never want to
it would
be
be it
there.
would be really awkward and weird because like yo, like you're gonna have to be low, 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 low. If you got a family and
What if they weren't
everything,
like?
cause you violate your whole I have to think about damn, do I think it's right that he did this to his wife and his kids? Or he you know what I mean? I
I
gotta
mean,
think that
yeah,
type
it's
of shit.
not right, but
And I
it's,
still have to be his friend and accept it.
you don't have
It might
to.
be difficult. It might be difficult. I might, you know what? I ain't gonna hold you. I'll go on the record and say this. I would probably, if they was in some fucked up shit and now they wife know that they about to lose all their shit, then I'd be like, yo, bro, like, do you want to stay like that, or do you really want to be with your wife? Is she not, you know what I mean? You need another chick. Like, what's going on? Like, try to help them back to the regular side. I guess I don't know. Like, I would probably try to do that.
Help him back to the regular side.
Help him back to
But
the.
he's been doing this all along.
I'll
He
be like,
just
look,
wasn't out in the open.
now we
But
been
he's
doing it. Then I'll be
saying,
like,
I
yo,
don't want to be with a woman anymore.
is it worth it to do this to ruin your shit, or do you like whatever like? whatever you want to do, fuck it. That's your shit.
And what
But
if the dude is like, I know you say you don't want to meet him, but if he's not flamboyant or not, he act regular. They don't be
it's
doing
gonna
nothing
be
right.
weird. Like
Because
it's
you
not
know,
something I'm used to. I
because
just
you
say that it's gonna be uncomfortable because it's not something
because
I'm
you
used to.
know that
I
they
got an
are.
open mind enough to be like, all right, if they doing whatever they doing, whatever. I can't really just be like, you know what I mean, like, whatever, because you got to be professional about shit. You know what I mean, in the corporate world, whatever. But in regular life, I don't have to tolerate it. So like then when it becomes something that's like, oh man, your gay friend gonna come over and play 2K or some shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's not the same. It's not the same. You know what I mean? Women are
There was
comfortable
an
with the shit because
episode.
women love their gay friends.
I don't really have no friends that are. There were people that I went to
Y'all be
job
y'all be
corps with.
y'all be cool with them though.
No,
Y'all be
yeah,
like, yo, it's
that's what I'm
alright.
about to say. There was
And they
people
be
that I
turning
went.
on y'all, yo.
We went to job. There were people that I went to job corps with that I had a roommate that was a part of the LGBTQ
Okay.
community, and she was cool. She rapped, and we made a song together. Me, her, and this other girl. She was gay too, but she
Okay.
liked boy. She was bi, I guess, or whatever. The other girl, she we all made a song together. But yeah, I was cool with people. There was this one girl, the girl that I said, the other girl that was on the song, she sung, and then the other girl rapped, and I was supposed to sing, but then I got scared because it was a talent show, so I didn't do it, and this girl sung my part instead, but I had wrote it, and the other girl that sang, she played the piano, and like that joint was about to be, but I was scared, like singing in front of people. That song was dope though. I lost mad at my songs, yo, or whatever. Like, but so yeah, she had got mad. She didn't she was mad at me because me and this other girl that was like they were like best friends or whatever. But I think they was messing around at one point or something. So she was like jealous because we had got mad cool, but we was friends. There was nothing going on like that or whatever. She was just cool. She was my roommate or whatever, and um, we we actually went places outside of job corps together. Like we left campus before, went to the mall and um
Oh shit.
whatever. Like so we was cool. And she was my roommate. So it's like it's good if you get along with your roommate or whatever. But like she was mad, like I'm on something, like I'm trying to fuck her or some shit. I don't like women. So
See,
you don't
that's what
got nothing
I
to
know you
worry
draw the
about.
line when you start hanging out with them.
No, I'm talking about the other girl was mad, the girl that I sung the song with, one of the
Oh,
girls,
okay.
because they were like best friends, and she didn't, because we got close, like we would hang out more than her, and she was like jealous, and I'm like, girl, I don't want
I'm
her,
not gonna
whatever.
hold you. Listen, I know, I know some women that like women. All right, let's just put it out there. Now, there's a difference. There's the bi women, and then there's the women who only like women exclusively. But I know, I know both, and I'll be honest with you. I'm not gonna speak for them because they they'll come for you. But I will say this. I'll say that, just being mindful, like, okay, there are people that have their, whatever their preferences, their desires, whatever. But that is specific to sexual orientation. It's not about you being a man and you being a woman. Like, you
Yeah,
still a woman that like a woman. Like, you still a man that like a man. You still, you
yeah.
know what I mean? Now you want to be a whole nother fucking thing. Like, you know
That's
what I
why
mean?
I
That's
don't
not.
think that they should put T and A. Excuse me, T and A, because it's LGBTQA. T and A have nothing to do with what you're attracted to. So I don't think that should be in there. I think they should take that out. I mean, not A, I, because they added another one. So T and I she she is trans with what they did, which is when you identify as
Alphabet.
which is when you identify as a different gender than what you were assigned at birth. And then intersex is totally has nothing to do with none of that. That's just someone that has extra chromosomes. So that could be a Down syndrome person or a hermaphrodite. That's what intersex means. But that should not even be well maybe the
Everybody,
hermaphrodite.
everybody got
But that's
rights.
stupid. No,
Right,
but
right.
you see what I'm saying? That doesn't even go together. Why would you put somebody with Down syndrome in the category of
Because they're a community.
but that's not that shouldn't be a
It
part. That
makes
should
just
be like
it makes
people
as much sense as everything else makes sense.
that should be like people with disabilities or
That's why it
something.
should only be man and woman. It shouldn't be all that other stuff. And that's what I'm saying. We overcomplicate it. Like we were having a discussion the other day. So we overcomplicate it because we're thinking outside of the norm because we're like, well, this statistic could affect this and this. Like you don't know those variables. They could have already added those variables in, but us not even knowing that is a variable. You know what I mean? It's all speculative. But again, it's a conspiracy theory. I believe that numbers do exist and they do affect something that's going on. Like we have to go by something. We need something. Either we compute it ourselves or we leave something to go off of, or we just don't have the discussion. But if we do have a discussion, we have to believe that there is some way to quantify these things.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that intersex, if it's including people with Down syndrome, I don't think that should even be listed in that. That should be like on a disability list or something like
Right.
an acronym for that or something. Not
I think it all is overcomplicated. To be honest, the whole alphabet having it there, it just doesn't make sense. Like, yeah, we know what people like or what people like to do.
that's
Now we're
probably
talking
what the
about
bills
what
are
people
under.
gender or what
That's
gender they don't
probably
have or
why they
whatever.
came up with that. They
But I'm
probably
just saying,
have
like when they do that, they're overcomplicating.
but they just do that to collect data. We all have a category, just like our race and ethnicity. Like it's just something to label us so they could collect data. I think that's mainly
Yeah, they're
what
trying to
is
get
and
they're
to
trying to get
create
it as the
and to
truest. Like I was telling you before, they're trying to get the truest equivalence of it.
and so they can create bills and pass laws and stuff. They have to have
But I don't.
something.
But I don't believe there should be a political affiliation to that particular group. I think it should just be again. It should just be this group, that group. You know what I mean? When you add all those other things in there, I think it's really just to gain the votes. It feels like it's more of a game, and it's not really so much as a complex intellectual decision that's being made. It's really just being made by just whoever. There's no work that goes in to become. I mean, when you cast a ballot, there should be more of an incentive and obligation, like a driven force as to why you're making this decision, and not just driving force was okay. Obama was black. That was driven force for a lot of people. A lot of people just said, "Fuck, I'm gonna vote because he's black," and there was nothing wrong with that driven force, but it
My
was a
president
united
is black.
driven
My
force
Lambo's
for
blue.
one decision for the country, but to hope that it would help our culture. We can't pretend that we don't want to help our culture. We do, but there's so many things that's set to prevent us from achieving that goal, and we do this to ourselves a lot, but it gets highlighted. It's the story of the day in most cases. It's crazy. Like black fatigue. Yeah, we're running on empty. It is a lot of shit that's
5
going on,
miles to empty.
you know.
My body running low. Whoa, I need a
But let's not act like white people don't go through shit. Amanda Bynes posted, "Look what Hollywood has done to me." She looked at crazy. It's done a lot to her.
They've been post that photo has been floating around for a while.
But she going through it.
Yeah, that's what Hollywood will do it to you. Holly weird. She looked like a 40-year-old man. She chunky.
And then
And
there's
she got a tattoo on her face like somebody drew it with a crayon.
she going through whatever Kodak went through. Kodak Black.
That guy, they were saying that guy from Nickelodeon she was one of the victims.
But didn't her mom stop it or something? Something happened, right? Like
I think eventually she stopped working with him, but there was something going on. But he was just, that guy was weird from Nickelodeon. They made a documentary about him. So they need to get that out. And I can't believe it. Then what's the name sued him? Drake sued him, and he didn't, or he brought him to court for he pressed charges on him for what he did to him, and he only got like 2 years or something, like, or I don't know, like, so it's like sometimes people be like, oh, why don't come forward? This is what happens sometimes
because
too.
you're gonna end up seeing
Not
them
only
again.
are people not gonna believe you, but nothing might happen. Nothing might happen at all. You could just lose the case totally.
The worst thing for a victim is facing facing your predator again.
Yeah, and then you gotta tell other people in open court what happened to you and relive it again while looking at him.
Yep. That's how Charlie Kirk feel when they keep on bringing up Charlie Kirk wife, Erica Kirk.
Why do these people be
Yeah.
in the media with my name acting a fool?
But shit, a black man was charged with operating a multi-million-dollar unlicensed dental practice. What do you think about that?
You said a black man, like that was like
Yeah, I gotta say
one of the inventions. Madam C.J. Walker.
Yeah. He was doing some shit though. I mean, shit. He must have been fixing people's teeth because he made mad bread over that shit.
Does he have a license to practice?
Let's look at the actual article. Let me see.
Because he couldn't open. Well, he didn't open the practice properly. But is he even a doctor?
Nah.
Like, did he
Unlicensed.
go to school? No, because there's different licenses. You got to have a license to have it in your house, even if you are a doctor.
How much of a scammer this nigga is. Let's see. Because a scammer is a scammer.
Somebody else was doing that. There was a woman, I think. She was doing it in her kitchen. People crazy because why would you be going
in
to
her damn kitchen though?
Yeah, and people were coming to her.
People really down bad then. Down bad. They down bad.
He looked like he did that, y'all. He ain't go to school. That's Rolling from Daddy. You gonna?
I don't want to get the copyright strike for that, for the ratchet music, but he's fixing up her teeth. Rolly. He gave her veneers. Oh wow.
That's
her teeth
Rolly
look brand new.
That's Rolly from Baddies. He did her teeth. So she went to him. Where's he
Fulton
at?
County grand jury has indicted a man accused of running a major cosmetic dental operation without a valid license.
So maybe he could just open it
County
up.
Prosecutors, Atlanta resident Brandon Dillard is now facing 113 charges tied to what investigators describe as a multi-million-dollar unlicensed dental practice. Court documents show the indictment was issued on November 21st. The charges cover procedures from 2021 through 2024, including work that investigators say continued even after Dillard received a cease and desist letter from Georgia State Dental Board in early 2024. Officials also allege Dillard earned over $4 million by charging clients for veneer procedures and offering training sessions for people wanting to become veneer specialists or technicians. So he was giving classes. So he got multiple charges. He got people out here. He got people out here that's a damn a fake dentist. With a fake certificate he made on PowerPoint and shit. Yo, you kidding me? Wow, that's crazy. Now, all right, like let me clear this up. Cause there are so we could look
He
at
did
this,
a good
we could look
job.
at this two-sided. If he did a service, nah, we gotta peel this apart. If he did a service to society at an affordable rate, what do we give him on a scale of 1 to 10 on a moral scale?
He probably wasn't doing that at no affordable rate. The ears are expensive.
We don't know that, but I just asked that question.
I don't
What do you mean you don't know? What?
know.
You know, yo. Yes, I would say
Needs to go
he
to
doing something
dental
like
school.
that.
He needs to go to dental school
He do,
or whatever you need to do to
but
get
they'll go to Dominican Republic and they'll do it. You know, buy that flight
that, and that's why
and
they got
get something
nerve
cheap though.
damage and why their butt is leaking and
Listen,
why
listen.
their
I'm
implants
not
fell
saying.
out.
I'm not saying he's a good person. I'm only saying that did he have the best intentions for what he did?
You
And
don't know what his
I
intentions were.
don't
We
know.
just said
I
that.
know he made bread. I know he made mad money. Like
That's what
look
it
at the money
was,
he tried to get.
to make money.
That's crazy. $9 million.
Wouldn't you want a doctor to actually enjoy the job and
No,
not just
I always give people my analogy on a doctor. Would you prefer somebody that has 15 years experience and been a department head in the medical field, or some kid who just graduated who got the highest level, like a Doogie Howser type of thing? I would rather take the old school nigga as opposed to the new blood. I'm sorry, personally. I'll take my chances with it because he has more success. He has more, you know what I mean? But that new guy may have ingenuity that may not have been discovered yet. You know what I mean? Because of the the limits of technology at the time when the other doctor was successful. I'm not thinking about all that.
yes, the
I'm thinking
medical
about
field is
I'm
very
thinking about this
innovative.
motherfucker. The odds of him being successful with probability versus the newer motherfucker is very fucking high in his regard.
But I'm saying um, there are some people that get a job or do a career because it makes them money. Would
Right.
you rather that it be that, like they don't really care, it's just a job, or would you want a doctor that loved what they do, like they actually had a passion for it?
I mean, they all take the fucking Hippocratic oath, but I don't care, man. Just fix me, man. Do your job,
But I
doctor.
think they wouldn't take it as serious because some people be like, "I'm ready to go," just like as a regular job when you
But
be
not a
looking at the
doctor
time.
though, right?
Do,
I've never encountered a doctor like
you
that.
know,
Have you?
you no, but that doesn't mean they don't. They're people.
So you're asking a hypothetical, like how would I feel?
What would you prefer?
Of course, you prefer a doctor that has fucking good bedside manner, and would you prefer Doctor House? Like, okay, Doctor House is gonna fix you. He gonna get you right, but he talks shit. He come in there and be like, "Oh no, they're not gonna make it," but he gonna do everything he can to try to make sure that you make it anyway. You know what I mean? Even though he gonna tell you might die, like it's a serious chance that you're gonna die. Like, you know, you're not gonna make it. Thank you. Um, if if you if you wanna do go, you know, if you wanna go to a doctor that's like a little bit more edgy or whatever, you might prefer Doctor House. But I mean, I'm pretty sure most people would probably prefer a more gentle doctor. They're gonna prick you with a needle or something like that. You would prefer them to like make it as comfortable as possible, even though it's gonna hurt. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I just prefer somebody to give me the best advice. I don't care how you deliver that advice though. Not necessarily. I don't care if it's harsh sometimes if I need to hear
Like
harsh
you're
shit.
gonna die.
Like, tell me.
Say it. They
How?
said that.
How? Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, if you know, let me know. Shit.
You'll
So
be
I could,
dead in a year, son.
cause I'm gonna be
You'll be dead in a year.
I'm gonna be walking around with a bubble around my body. Like, I'm gonna have a helmet on. You're gonna be like, yo, you look silly. I'm gonna be like, yeah, whatever. I'm gonna have stickers on it. I'm gonna get comfortable with it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna live a safe life.
Who said that's gonna protect
I'm
you?
gonna
You
have
don't know
mittens.
how you gonna
I'm gonna
die.
have knee pads, arm pads, wrist pads. I'm gonna have a chest plate. Yeah, I'm gonna look like Batman. And I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna be safe. I have a neck brace just in case. You know, anything happens.
That's only in the case of like sound like if you fall off
Or
a cliff or
might
somebody
fucking have
hit
to
you
make
or
a
something.
damn a whole mobile suit. Oh, nigga think it's gonna. I'm gonna catch me, but I might die and get locked inside the mobile suit. Like, oh, yeah, I can't unlock it. Can't get out to drink water. I have to have a straw put through it so I could drink beverages, and all my food will have to be puree form.
Well, first you gotta find out why they said
What? Oh, why I'm gonna die?
that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
right. I'm thinking too far. Well, I already know what I'm gonna do. So shit, just give me the bad news. I might just do everything. Remember that song, 24 Hours to Live, going back to Bad Boy. You know what I mean? You had 24 hours to live, what would
What'd
you
you
do?
do? Where would you?
Where would you go? Remember that song? That song was so lit. Now you gotta think about that. In October when he get out, if you got 24 hours to live, what would you do? You could think about it now. You got a whole year to think about it. Think about your verse. Cause
What?
he getting out. He getting out
He
with this.
who?
Diddy. Diddy gonna get out soon. Gonna get out next year.
So you said so what? What does that have to do with me doing a
Not
verse?
you. What are you talking about?
You said
You ain't make a hit piece on Diddy. You about to do one too? You like, yo, fuck Diddy,
what
yo.
does he mean
Why
a
you talking
hit
about
piece?
him? I
Like
don't
the
know. That's
documentary?
a hit piece whenever you do something
A
to either
diss track?
discredit or um dis disenfranchise uh entity or a company. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I would do that. I will make
But you gotta
a
pick somebody. Like
documentary.
if you do one, you really gotta be like, yeah, let me do one on
I'm gonna do it on this. Oh my god, that
copycat.
sounded not right.
Copycat, yo. Don't be a copycat, yo.
I'm
That's
not.
another kid word, yo. Copycats. That's what it is. Snitches and copycats. Tattletales and copycats. Motherfucking fucking tattletales and copycats.
Shut up. Whatever.
Monkey see, monkey do ass motherfuckers.
Whatever.
But anyway, Air Force staff receives backlash from searching an infant. How do you feel about
From
them
um searching at the
wanding the baby?
airport.
Yeah, wanding the baby all up in the diaper, all up in the diaper area.
Well, the reason why because people be hiding. They have done that,
People
like
crazy,
smuggle
right?
drugs in there, and that's crazy. Like I
That
would
is
never
crazy.
do no
Yeah.
shit. Well, I wouldn't be smuggling drugs anyway, but I definitely, if I was, I'm not putting it in a diaper bag or in the baby diaper or something like. So this is why they're doing that because people have done it and they're trying to make sure, or it not even drugs, maybe weapons or something. Like you could be or whatever because you think they're not going to check the baby.
You know that's
So
the safest way to travel. Excuse me. Is that hard to believe?
what's the safest way?
Flying.
Because there don't be that many planes in the air as cars be on the road. That's why. If it was less people driving and wasn't so much traffic and stuff like that, there'd probably be less accidents on the
Well, you
road.
only need one accident in a plane. You can have multiple car accidents in your life, but one plane accident can't finish it all.
Yeah, I know, but you said it doesn't happen as often. I
No, I
said
know.
that's because
So you gotta mix it up, I guess. I guess that's the trick. You gotta know just how many planes you can take, and just how many car rides you can take before it's your final. Well, what's the best idea? I guess
it's
long distances you probably be better off flying. Short distances you probably be better off driving. Short distances meaning state to state. But if you're going to the other side of the coast, like you're going to the East Coast or the West Coast, it would be a fun drive, but it's likely that something can happen. Like there's a lot of, you got to take rest and all that other shit and rest stop shits and whatever. Those are things, but a flight, nobody dies on a flight, unless it's in Final Destination or some shit. Something wrong happens, people don't make it. But most of these things now, because these things have happened, they've developed more security, more preventions. I mean, more provisions. Sorry.
nothing happens in the sky because there's nothing in the sky. Like unless it's like a storm or something.
Yeah, it could be
That's
a
why.
storm. We don't
Yeah,
have any control
but
over
that's what
that.
I'm saying. That's why it's so low on the road. There's landmarks. People be drunk.
Right, right,
You
right,
could, and there's other cars. There
right.
don't be a bunch of planes lined up next to each other. You know what
That's
I'm
true.
saying?
That's true. But I'm saying there's always risk. There's always considerable risk. Like the risk factor is high,
Yeah,
but
I don't
but it
like
is,
flying.
yeah. Flying is an experience that's like I like to fly because I like to get somewhere and get it over with. Start my vacation. The whole drag, like this is why I don't go on vacations often. It's the drag of getting everything ready, getting all your stuff, getting all your money ready, knowing what you can and can't bring. I like to bring laptops. So bringing my laptop, having everything good, being able to carry stuff, and having as little things to carry as possible so I can be comfortable. Getting to my destination, having the right kicks, the right gear, all of that, having all of my gadgets, all of my devices, charging cords and jacks and all that other shit, and knowing where I'm going to be at my destination, and having some bit of entertainment and some snacks. You know what I mean?
And maybe a drink
Maybe a
or
drink
two.
or two. I mean, and I might, when I get that Utah license. See, I've been BSing, but if I do get it, I do want to be able to travel with my firearm. But I don't be thinking about that because there's so much shit you got to do. So you have to like mail your shit out. Then I'd be running the risk of my shit ending up in Wyoming or some shit. You know what I mean? I'd be like, fuck, where's my shit? Now I don't got it. Somebody else got it. You know. But the whole process of flying is just it's a pain in the ass. Like it's just there's some people that like the experience because I mean, like women usually get catered to when they fly, kind of. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they gotta pull their luggage. They look like they miserable and shit. But sometimes they got somebody. Dan, can you get our bags? Dan got all the bags. He got bags on his shoulder and shit. Dragging one by his leg. This motherfucker got all the bags. She just got her fucking purse or some shit. About to break his fucking back. Then he get on the treadmill and shit. She like, oh, don't get on that. Let's just walk. Don't be fast. What the fuck? No, that's okay. We got time. I don't want
What are you talking?
to be crazy like that. No, I'm just saying it'd be crazy like that. I see couples at the airport. Like I see how they move. Like they move kind of like they move like a unit. Like you see like nobody's holding anybody's hand. Like there's no affection, no connection. But they're driven. Like you see it, both of their eyes are looking at whatever terminal they're going to. Like it's directly pointed at that terminal. Like you can see it. Like there's a gaze right at the terminal. Shit, they walking. They got their bags. They don't make eye contact. They don't even look like they like each other. They just going, walking hard, tough and shit. Get to their,
Hmm.
and be like, it's crazy. and the guy speaks with a woman. You have your ticket? Yes, I have. Yeah, you're
You
sitting.
sitting there
Yeah, we're
watching
sitting by the
people.
window. Yeah, because there ain't nothing else to do. It's either that or that's why I bring my laptop. Because either I'm doing that or I'm being nosy. Like, oh shit, look at them. That's why I got to charge that shit before I go. Like, I got to make sure I got some entertainment. Because the airport is entertaining by itself.
I
Like,
feel weird looking at people, so I be
nah, I be
leaving
looking at them. And I got
silence.
on glasses, so people be like, oh, something wrong with his eyes.
I'll look, but I don't
They be
keep
like,
looking for.
are you okay? Are you looking at me? No. What are you talking about? And I put my eyes a little bit
I
on
mean,
the thing.
nobody's gonna say nothing, but it just
Some people
awkward.
do. Some people
Some
be like,
people might,
excuse me, sir, is there a problem?
or they be like, "What you looking at?"
What's a Karen? What's a Kevin? A Chad? I don't know. What the fuck? What do you call a Karen dude? A Kyle?
Peter.
A Kyle. Peter? Peter seems cool because Peter Griffin. Peter Griffin. I don't know.
Luke.
I don't know. The airport is kind of crazy. That is kind of crazy searching a baby though. But then it's like, safety first. Like shit. You don't want no bomb in the pamper. You gotta be careful. Now, if they do it to every baby, you know what I mean? If they only discriminate, because in the video they was doing it to a little black baby, had little barrettes. I was like, damn, like they doing it to that little black baby like that, like that's fucked up. It's always a black
They're giving
all the time. It happened to
they're
us. Like
winding
why
them
gotta be
down,
us
guys. If you just joined, then you
making
could
that
have
baby
said,
like a criminal? Like we know what you got. We know what your culture does. Let's get you, little criminal. You know
because
what
you
I
gotta
mean?
clarify somebody
What the fuck?
come in at that part. You said doing.
I don't like that. Don't do
Why?
her like that. She don't deserve that.
Yeah, I think it should be for everybody if you don't do that. I didn't realize that they didn't. Because that would be the most obvious way to, like, if you was trying to sneak stuff. If you, if they ain't looking, that would be the best. That's why people be doing that.
That shit's crazy. Can you imagine like yo, you bring
Monet,
that is lit though.
Monet
You
did
bring
that
your
on
baby.
Power. She
Oh,
put
that's not on, huh?
it wasn't on the what?
The charger, the surge.
Mm-hmm. It did.
Yeah. Oh, your wheel on it. Maybe it's short. Mhm.
Maybe push it and
Huh?
make sure it's pushed in. I don't know. I think that what were we saying?
No, I was talking about
Oh, we said if they do it to everyone, then
if
oh,
they just single us out, you know
but
what I mean?
yeah,
As opposed to it being a universal thing, like every person that has a baby, they just take all the babies and do it. If they do it to a little white baby, then I'd be like, all right, at least it's fucked up across the board. They shouldn't be doing that shit at all. But they're not discriminating; they're just doing it to ours.
Monet did that on Power, but not. She wasn't at the airport. She got pulled over and she put it in the like underneath the baby in the car seat.
Yeah, that's why.
And her sister was like, Monet, what the? She was like, shut up, just act normal. 'Cause the cop was coming to the window. Mary J. Blige crazy. I feel like that's her real personality. How she plays on power.
She was in bed with Diddy. Not in bed with Diddy, but
She probably was.
associated.
She probably got the freak off too. All the people that didn't say nothing, they know what happened. They know if it's real or
Why?
not. I
Why is
wish,
that an assumption though? I don't know.
like Faith Evans and Mary, you don't think they would know if these things are true? They haven't said anything. They haven't said anything
They got paid. They ate.
in support or against. If it's against, I guess you don't have to say that. But if you support, if you don't think if you know they didn't do it, then why
If
would
you watched it, you're not his friend.
I would want to watch it if I found out somebody? Because I'm like, what the fuck? You been doing this? Like, this is crazy. If I didn't
How you
know,
know he did it if it's hearsay? Like if it's not all proven. But that girl, like I believe he did something to that woman.
I
Or
think
somebody told her. She don't even remember. She said somebody
Aubrey,
told her.
Aubrey, yeah,
No, the fuck was her name?
Have you watched any of the Diddy documentary?
Nah, I just watched
Just that one, that 50 Cent.
I watched a little bit of it. She was talking about her mother had wrote a letter to his parents about him having a video and showing it to all his friends and all that.
Yeah, that
Remember at
lady
Carrie
is a
Rage? That's what it reminded me of. Carrie the Rage. Remember?
yeah,
He did some shit like that.
yeah, but I think um,
That's where he got it
what did you say? You said what did you say before you said carry the rage and that he would do that was
What, recorded her and showed it
no
to all his people?
no not before you was talking about that carry the rage. What is it about Diddy? What is the last thing he said about Diddy before he said that?
What? That's what he did. Allegedly though. Like nobody knows, but he did say he apologized or whatever. And was like, you know what I mean? Um,
The other
I never
document
did that, whatever.
the other documentary is crazy and stuff. And there's people crying about Cassie because they were like they would
I mean,
see
that's rough to watch though. You know what I mean?
they like
It's
you
rough to
said
watch. You need somebody that care about her.
yeah, and they said I told her you gotta leave, girl. You gotta leave him alone. Or then that lady said he kidnapped her. He said, well, he said, "Come on." She said, "Where are we going?" He said, we going to kill Kid Cudi."
You going to kill Kid Cudi?
That's what the lady said. That he says to the lady that worked for him, his assistant, I think. So, because he said, "Where's Cassie?" And she said, "At Kid Cudi house." And he was like, "Come on, let's go." And then she said, "Where are we going to kill Kid Cudi?" And then she said, "I don't want to do that." He said he made her go. And then he was like, "Tell Cassie to come out," or he was holding the assistant hostage. He was like, "If you don't come, then I'm gonna take her or whatever." And then so she came out. That was first of the night when he tried to blow up Kid Cudi's car because if he told her, "Come on, I'm about to let's go."
Bro got problems, man. I'm telling you, like, but it's crazy. He got off. He had a really great lawyer, just like OJ. Same thing we said about OJ. Like people had looked at it like, okay, it showed one of the greatest lawyers of all time, Johnny Cochran, whatever. Like that's what they went with, helping our people. You know what I mean? But we don't want our people to think it's okay to do criminal things. But we want to try to protect our people and help them pivot what they have, their success, to help our culture survive and thrive. something that we weren't able to do for many years. Help us get there, yo. Help us get to there. So like, yeah, even though you're a little flawed, you could help us. You know what I mean? Or don't help us. You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna try to tear another black man down. If I can get successful, I would want to stay successful. But I know as soon as you get successful, somebody try to get you. Like, you know what I mean?
But you
I'm not
not.
saying don't do
But
no
you not
crazy
like
shit.
that. Yeah.
Nah, yeah,
Don't give them a reason to.
but it's so hard to become successful. And I was watching this documentary earlier, the history of um the C00N, right? And it was talking about basically a sellout individual. But how could you be a sellout to a race that doesn't accept you, right? Like if you look at us as all black people in America, this was never our country. Foundationally black American. Let's understand this. We're foundationally black American. We're foundationally because we were born in this country. Just like a white person born, a European person born in Africa, in South Africa, right? We get treated probably similar to the way that they might get treated because we're not really native to this country, but neither are you. And so, because we're not necessarily native to this country, like generations and generations of us, we do have generations of us that were born here, but those generations of us were enslaved here. We always circle back to that. So, when they talk about this documentary showing how so many of our own people will fight to either help the narrative that we're a lesser race of people or encourage us. Like they always try to say, give us a solution. But the solution is within us. We know what the solution is, but there's just things that are systematically set up to just give us disadvantages. Like we we experience these disadvantages firsthand without having the knowledge of financial literacy. We experience these difficulties. It's so hard to do it. It's a struggle. It's a fight. But we have to figure out a way to do it. The key for every culture has been unity. They don't have, the government isn't giving the Arabs a whole bunch of money and the Indians a whole bunch of money, and all. They have a little bit of something, but what they do is they work together. If we were able to work together as a people, like we were able to fund each other and do all these things, we'd be great as every other society with our small percentage that makes up the United States, allegedly, right? Because we're going off of the averages that society put out for us, right? But if those numbers are anywhere near accurate, it's possible for us to progress, knowing that we're the veterans of this country. We've been here for a long period of time. So we should be able to figure out how to get around this and how to do this. We fought for so many things and we know the power is within the people. We are the people. And we pay for a lot of this shit, a lot of bullshit. We buy too much of it. Like all the money that we could be having for our families and everything, we spend it on shit we don't need. And it
Things
kills
we
us.
buy to cover up what's inside because they made us sick
Right.
and love their wealth. That's why Shorty hollers where the ball is at. Right. Mhm. Drug dealer buy Jordan, crackhead buy crack, and the white man get paid off for all of that. But I think the problem is that we only come together when it's against the European or you're against, white people. Like when something happens with that, we're fighting, we're rioting for a law or something, this justice, or I don't think that's a word, an injustice or
Right.
injustice. Someone's life is taken or something like that. Then we come together. It's only for because we can't get along. Because some people, it's different for different reasons. Sometimes people's personality, they're a non-agreeable person, or sometimes people have behavior that you don't want to be around, like
Right.
them, like that, because they into some stuff you don't want to get. So it's like different reasons why. But I think we need to try to identify the people who you are on the same page with and come together with them at least, and that could be a start. But you should do it anyway, not just because we're fighting for because something happened, because Trayvon Martin,
But
Stanley
like, it's
Brown,
some people that won't fight for anything. Like, those are good reasons to fight for something. But some things are things that make people want to get up and do something. Like, they've had enough. Like, there is a point where you like, you know what? I can't deal with this anymore. Now I got to do something. You feel like it's weighing down on you because it's so much. Maybe that could have been that. You know what I mean? Like, so many things that people overlook. People be like, "Nah, it's not that serious. I could live without, worrying about this or whatever." But you might have a son, you know what I mean, that goes out and he so-called has a bag of Skittles that he's gonna pull out of his pocket, and then some old guy shoots him when he's walking to the park. You know what I mean? And you can say, well, he shouldn't have been out. Now we can judge you as a parent and say, well, your kid shouldn't have been outside. You told your kid to do this, or you say you trust your kid, so you're allowing him to go to his friend's house that's right up the street. You know what I mean? These are things that aren't considered because there's two separate types of people that we're gonna have that's gonna be against our own people. They're going to be a jester or a knight. The jester is one that entertains them. You know what I mean? The knight is going to be the one that provides a service to make them understand that, oh, you got to listen to these laws because these laws are made to help all of us. They're here to protect all of us. And it makes sense because there's no systematic thing against us. Racism never existed, and there's nothing that's against us that's stopping us from progressing as a people. it, it's not saying to be a supremacist. It's not saying to be aggressively targeting other races or anything like that. It's acknowledging that there are things that are set up in a certain way. So the solution is for us to work closer together as opposed to being more against each other because of the disadvantages that we all have. We should align based off of that. And I leave the floor. I leave the floor.
yeah,
That's what Mark Gavin
hmm
said.
I know. You said the same thing. It should be for you should be want to come together anyway, not just
But
at
I'd
least
rather
something
them come
goes
together
on.
than not, you know?
Yeah, at least they did. But then how many people? Because there's some people that don't care altogether, and then this is why we can't come together because some people
I mean, we ain't
are
gonna have a
difficult.
million man march unless it's something that matters. Like, it gotta be something that matters to everybody.
So why did Denzel gotta be crooked before he took it? Like why it gotta be something
Who
bad?
votes for the? Do we vote? I never voted for no Oscars. I mean, that's just me. But do we
No,
vote for that?
I'm not saying that. I'm using that as an
I know that.
example.
But I'm
I don't
saying, do we,
know.
like, our
Yeah,
culture
you can
specifically, like, we don't even really like
uh,
vote for that
or
shit.
watch the Oscar
Yeah,
probably.
we
I
watch
didn't.
BET awards and critique that online.
Well, I actually hadn't watched it in years until that last one. That was good. It was like it used to be because it had got corny, and that's why I stopped watching it. But if they keep doing it like they did, I think it was last year. If they do it like that again, then that's gonna be or this summer that just passed last year. It was really good. And then they did a flashback to 106 and Park, and then they had all the different hosts because other people took over after AJ and Free left,
Mm.
but it wasn't as good. They were like the best ones, but they were doing the countdown and people would perform the song to like number 10, and then count
So
down.
they made it like they recreated it, or it was a flashback.
No, like that was the show. Like part of the show, they were
They
counting down.
recreated 106 in Park, but had people perform.
Yeah, every host brought uh presented the next song. So it'd be number 10, and somebody present that like AJ and Free, and then
Oh,
the
that's
other,
cool.
and then yeah, it was really good. And then all the people performed.
Did they
Whoever
have
it
a
was.
freestyle Friday?
No, I don't think they did that. Trying to remember, but it was a good it was the best before it had got corny. The performances were like, and then it was like I said, like nostalgia because they did all them older like it make you remember where you used to watch it or whatever because it was those songs. It wasn't new songs. They were playing, the songs that were really on the countdown. Like I think it was songs that retired because you know how they would retire them off because they have been up there for so long or whatever. So they like, okay, this is the last day for this video. So I think that's how they came up with the top 10 based off of the videos that they retired off of the show. Um, but yeah, it was good. Performances was good. Um, I don't remember what else happened. I don't. It was really good though. I think Jamie Foxx was Jamie Foxx hosting. I think he did.
He hosted it this year.
I think so. But yeah, if it be like that again this time next year. Um, But I don't really watch awards anymore. I did when I was younger. But like, and I feel like I did watch other ones before, like not just, uh, or I would watch some of it, and then I probably would eventually probably not watch the whole thing. And what is this an award? I just want some money. I don't want
Ultimate
awards.
Icon.
No, I'm saying I just want money. I don't care about no award. They be rigging them jumps anyway sometimes. Well, this is different because this is a different category. But I'm saying some people that should be getting awards that they don't get them. I feel like it'd be they don't. Well, I guess they said that about the Oscars. Isn't that the one? Oh, that's why he said that. Yeah, people don't because they said they don't support our people. They said some people that should have got them that didn't got an Oscar that didn't.
Because I mean, they might. I mean,
Even the
some people
music
watch the
awards.
movies, but like, do they watch our movies like that? Like.
I think every
Uh,
race of people love us. We're the most so like if you go to a rap concert, you go to the Wu Tang Clan, you're gonna see you are everywhere. You're gonna see black, Spanish, white, Chinese, because they like them for real. Chinese or
oh yeah.
Vietnamese or something. I don't know. Japanese. They like you know, and everybody likes our music, but I know specifically in our community a lot of black people don't be listening to other genres of music like maybe they might but there's very few songs that they would like if you're playing something they like who is that or whatever like most black people don't like listening to other there are some but I think the number is few from what I could be wrong but from my experience it led me to believe that but I like all types of music. But I think I forgot. I think um yeah. But even our businesses are they dress like how they wear hip hop gear. That's like Uh, so I think we're just they love us,
Very, very influential.
but they hate us at the same time. What the Europeans do.
Yeah.
Europeans hate everybody, but they hate us the most. What you want? That's
They hate
why
us. They hate us because they ate us.
get out. That's the
They hate us because they ate us.
that's what they're doing. Like get out. You know
Yeah, trying
the
to
movie.
take over our bodies.
Yeah, they be doing that for real. I think they get
All
trapped
right,
in the
Candace.
sunken space.
Candace
What is it
Owens.
called? The sunken place.
Yeah.
I said the sunken space.
All right,
um,
Candace.
whatever.
Uh, so what did I say? That's something that I saw that I wanted to talk about.
What this? We play this clip.
Oh yeah. Oh well, a kid. Well, there is another story. The headliner story. There was a kid that was run over by a 70-year-old man. He ran over his legs. He broke both of the kid's legs. 6-year-old. He was picking up an orange on the road that was, I guess, came from his orange tree. And I guess the guy, your farmer, he sells the oranges. And it was, it could be considered stealing. But he took it upon himself to run over the kid and ran over and broke his legs.
To get the orange back?
Yeah, like yo, like what? And he said he'd do it again.
People are nuts.
What is going on? Like, yo, there's no right to that, bro.
Where was
Congratulations
this at?
in the chat, right? I forgot where this was.
It's raining man. Hallelujah. It's raining man.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, that's crazy. That's sad. The baby is aren't alive.
Nah, he not like.
That's people are crazy. This guy ran over his kid too. Remember last time? He claimed he didn't know. But
So,
that guy was nuts.
state farmer Christopher Stoneman, I want y'all to know his name, steered his vehicle directly toward the child, leaving the boy with two broken legs as his mother looked on in horror.
He looked crazy too. He
Witnesses say that the child hadn't taken fruit from a tree. He had simply picked up an orange that had already fallen. Investigators were further alarmed by Stoneman's remark during the questioning, claim he would do it again. The incident has triggered nationwide outrage, with many calling it a shocking and grossly excessive act of violence against a young child. This raises a broader question that what consequences should a person face for inflicting such harm on a child?
if it falls if it falls off the tree, then it's not. You just can't take it off the tree. But if he picked it up off the ground, then that's not the same.
I'm gonna tell you
And
what.
that's he just bugged out. Even if he did, like just tell his mom, don't take. I don't want nobody taking oranges off my tree. You didn't have to run him over. Bless you.
Oh, thank you. He was charged with attempted
He looked like that guy from
deletion.
Don't Breathe.
Yeah, he do. Yeah,
You said he was charged with what?
attempted uh murder. I don't know what you could say on YouTube. You can't say a lot of shit.
I know it's a shame. people have lost their, I don't know. And he's old. Why are you wait? How then when they do stuff like this, when they old like this, like have you been just a crash out like this your whole life? Like where are there any more bodies? Like,
Right.
well, that kid is alive, but if you doing stuff like this, that leads me to believe this ain't your first rodeo. Like
That part.
you be doing some wild stuff, and he looked like he be up to shit. Like I don't know. Hide your wife, hide your kids.
Did you watch that video? MTR, shout out to MTR, when he was talking about uh women saying men shouldn't have the right to vote. What? How do
No.
you feel
I
about that?
don't date men anymore. I don't see them as people. I don't believe that they should even be allowed to vote. Yeah. Competitive, I mean, that's why we're in this situation because they're voting. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel there should be a program. They start off in jail. Yes, yes. Like, start off in jail. Start off with no rights. You actually get none. And then you can earn them. Then a woman can say, you know what? Like, he should be allowed to maybe vote. He's going to vote when I want him to vote. That's how I feel. You see, if a man said this, he'd be on the news station by dinner. So why is it cute if aimed at men? This isn't a hot take. This is a hatred take. It should be called out for exactly what it is, misandry. I don't date men anymore.
Well, you being a lady, how do
I
you feel
don't
about
date
that?
men.
This lady saying that.
I think that she is crazy. And if she's saying that, if she's saying that men should not be allowed to vote, or they shouldn't have rights until she said until they proven it themselves, then that should apply to everybody and to women too. Why would they just get that? Women do irresponsible shit all the time, so they shouldn't just earn their rights either. If you're gonna change, if you're gonna say something like that, that don't even make no sense. Like, and what you're saying could be true for some men, like about what you think about them, but that's not all of them.
So some men shouldn't be able to vote.
No, I didn't say that they shouldn't be able to vote. What she said before that, like she was talking about their character and something.
I don't know. I think that's crazy. I think even when people be like, "Yo, I don't think women should be," like the Nick Fuentes interview. I don't know if you seen that, but Nick Fuentes interviewed what you call it
That was that Rych guy.
who? Oh yeah. Yeah.
He was on
He was on
Pearl.
Pierce, yeah, and he was on Pierce Morgan, and he was talking about him. He was like he was calling him out, and he was agreeing to it, and he was like, "You don't think women should have the right to vote?" And he was like, "No, I don't think women should have the right to vote. I think they should, you know, take care of the families in the house and whatever, and the man should work, whatever." And he started talking about, okay, so he was saying stuff about his father, like, your father said this about going to certain restaurants. Do you think that that's probably why you're racist because your father was racist? He was like, leave my father out of it. He was getting all upset. It was crazy. It was crazy. I thought he was gonna pull up. I was like, yo, Nick Fuentes don't
If
play,
it's
yo.
up, then it's stuck.
Don't play around, yo. He from Chicago. You know that?
Chirac.
He from Chirac.
I don't know. There's nothing you can do about it. You gotta just push through it and just do what you gotta do for you. Then if you get in a position where you can make change, then worry about that. If you're not in that position, nothing you could really do. And I wouldn't be interviewing them people. Like, why the fuck you out them? If you, it looks like you're in support of them. If you're interviewing people like that.
I mean, they do it for clicks. They do it for clicks.
Yeah, but
Like,
some
like,
people
yo,
I
would
wouldn't
you?
want
All
to.
right, if you had the opportunity to pull up to have Charleston White pull up, would you take that
No,
opportunity and just make sure, like, look, this is the criteria of what we gonna do. We gonna have this structure. Da 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 da. Would you consider that? You wouldn't under any circumstance want to work with him at all, like under any conditions. Like it could be something that could be worked out to be like, yo, I know I'm gonna get a lot of bread. I know I'm gonna get a lot of views from doing this show with Charleston White. I'm gonna pull him in. You know what? You wouldn't try it?
no.
I would
You
take a
get
chance.
somebody else.
Huh?
You get somebody else. That's why he got beat up. Them boys,
What?
them guys
That
jumped up
wasn't
on his
recent though.
stage.
That was a while ago, right? That wasn't nothing new.
Yeah, I don't know, but he get on my nerves.
Cause he stayed with his mace,
And calling the
his
cops.
non-lethal weapons.
But you talking down to all these people. See, this is what I don't like. People that you starting all this stuff, you saying
Right.
stuff about people, and then you want to call the cops and do like, then shut up,
Right.
stop talking about people. Like,
He want the smoke.
no, you don't, cause you wouldn't call the
He
cops
he
if you
do
want the
he
smoke.
do want the
Smoke
smoke because
means
he
you want to
because that's
fight.
that's how he gained attention. He liked it. He liked the attention. So give him the attention. That's what he want. He want attention. But I'm saying you could ignore him and he don't get no views. But I'm saying if he could have, it depends on what Charleston White you're gonna get. Like if you get Charleston White, you could have an intellectual conversation with Charleston White. It's just like getting Orlando Brown. You get the character.
He going to put the mic in
You
his
get
mouth.
right. You get the see.
He
You
did
get the
that. He
right. You
put
know what
the
I'm saying? You get the character. You get the character doing bullshit. You know what I mean? He is an actor, a childhood actor.
and
Been
now
acting since
he's
he was like 5 and shit.
and now he's swallowing microphones.
Now he doing wild shit. Yeah, extra. But you know he paid. You know he paid. He paid.
Oh my god.
He just crazy. I mean, honestly, I would want anybody black that can have an intellectual conversation. Like I don't care if it's Charleston White. I don't care if it's Orlando Brown, but I would like them to have an intellectual conversation with us. Like talk about some real shit. He did do a see, and they was talking about that shit. They was talking about like people like the big what's the nigga name? The dude that be dancing after he eats some eat a sundae or some shit.
Yeah, because I don't like that either.
They
Like,
be
what are
talking
you
about the
doing?
big groove. Like they be talking about him. I'm like, yo, man, like, bro, you doing too much, bro. You too big, nigga. They don't want to see you eating food and doing dances, bro. But people do, because people be clicking it. They give them the attention. Who be doing it? Who be doing it? White people. Because black people complain. Like, come on. Not you, bro. It was crazy when you first saw it. When you first saw it, you was like, this motherfucker. But then it's like, then they be like, oh, you trying to steal a nigga joy. You trying. Ain't nobody trying to steal his joy. It's just like, yo, like, why y'all it's like when a kid that's special, you know what special I'm talking about. Kid that's special and they do something, then you be like, yo, wow, look at what he doing. I'm like, come on, man. Why you got him doing that? Why you exploiting that man? Why you exploiting that boy? The Down syndrome kid that be dancing and stuff and doing stuff. Why you exploiting that
And
boy?
this lady,
It's exploitation.
this lady, she has a daughter, and she has the daughter has Down
And
syndrome.
she be profiting off of her.
They
Right?
be doing dances together and
I'm
stuff, and
saying.
she be
I
talking.
mean, it could be good intention, it could be love, but then you can't, you know what I mean? Like we
Yeah, it
see
seemed like
what we
she
see
want
what
to
they
do it,
what
and she.
how they be like
Yeah.
profiting off of us. And it's like, damn, we can't get it no other way. Like, I mean, but it is what it is. It's life. You know what I mean? I get it, but shit is crazy. You've been watching that Pennywise series?
I didn't watch the new episode, but yeah, I'm caught up. The new one came out tonight.
Oh, I got catch up. What episode is it? 8?
I don't even know.
Cause I missed a few. I think the last one I watched was like 4 or 5.
What happened?
The clown finally came out. Came out. He was in the sewer. That was the last one I watched.
Like his head was just peeking out the top.
Nah,
Out of the water.
he was in there. He was chasing the kids, and then the girl had the little thing, and it couldn't come past it. The knife.
She had the turtle.
The knife.
Oh.
And then he went back, and then she was able to get out.
But also the girl got saved because she had a charm on with the turtle. That's of that's the good force in
And
the good entity.
it's connected to The Shining too, right?
Yeah, I didn't know he had a I watched those videos on YouTube. They had a multiverse. Um, you know, like Marvel.
Yeah.
So all his books and movies are connected.
Stephen
Like,
King is crazy.
I didn't know that though, but I started watching them because it was kind of confusing. Like I seen the movie, but like it made more sense.
So are you watching? So are you gonna go through his whole catalog? That's what you're trying to do.
Well, I have watched some. I like Stephen King. No, I was just watching it to understand Welcome to Theory. But
have you watched The Langoliers?
I didn't really like that. I like Rose Red.
Okay.
I like the one The Shining.
Okay.
I like both versions, but probably the Jack Nicholson one better.
He did a lot of movies that I liked. I didn't know he did them. He's a beast.
Like what else did he that you didn't know? It obviously it is a good movie.
It is.
I don't know why I didn't say that. I like the original better. I don't like the remake. Yeah, he do got a lot. I never seen Christine.
Oh yeah, that's my movie too.
Is Cujo by
Cujo, yeah, that's my movie. All them shits. Like he got some movies.
I never seen Salem's Lot. But I know, like I've heard of certain movies. I just never saw. There may be some that I'm gonna watch that I've never seen. But, why do people get tattoos all over their face?
Was Creepshow his? Oh wow.
That's crazy.
Thinner. Maximum Overdrive. Sleepwalkers. 101 Seconds. Return of the Jackalope. See if this my bounty hunter.
You're a bounty hunter.
Yeah, you got some weird ones in here. Let me see the horror. Creepshow, Maximum Overdrive. Maximum Overdrive is like all the electronics just went crazy. Thinner, Sleepwalkers. Sleepwalkers was crazy.
I've never seen that. I've seen Thinner.
Chain Reactions. That's newer. Return of the Jackalope. The comedy.
He made comedies too.
It says comedy, but this isn't his horror genre. Thrillers. It. Most famous thriller.
That's all they have. There's
You
more
name way
Stephen
more
King.
movies than that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here you go. Oh no, this is just movies to watch.
Stephen King. There was this book called Doom Doomstone that you had, and I read it and I loved that book, that story.
Hmm.
But it was like
The
based.
Long Walk was him. The movie that just came out, Long Walk.
I don't know what's that about.
They was just walking forever,
What?
and if you stop walking, then you didn't.
You unalive?
Yeah,
What?
yeah.
Why?
Long
What
Walk. Did he
happened?
make Long Walk? Let me see.
Someone unalives you, or you just fall
Long
out? Like what happened?
Walk. Yeah, you just. That's it. Yeah, that's his joint. Long Walk. All the kids gotta walk, right? So it's like a contest. After you complete the walk, you can get anything that you want in the world that you desire. Anything you want, you can get. But you gotta complete the walk first. And the walk is like they walking for days, yo. They not just walking like a few miles, like they walking like hundreds of miles or something like that. Something crazy. And the last kid, if you slow down, you don't get to go back home. They shoot you.
Oh, so even if you're not walking fast enough,
Nah, you know when you stop, it don't matter if
you
you walking
said if you
fast enough,
slow down.
cause you gonna eventually be behind. If they pass you, they
So
gotta
I'm
take you
saying
out.
not just because you stop, they do
Nah,
it. If
you gonna
they
stop.
do it,
You gonna stop.
I'm saying they do it if you slow down and if you stop for both. Like if you slow down because you're falling behind, they
Yeah.
take you out, and if you just completely stop, at least you still was moving. That's messed up. It's messed up in both cases, but
I mean, shit, it's messed up that they signed up to do it. Like, shit.
they knew that that was
Yeah,
gonna
but they
happen.
wanted to help their family and whatever. Like it's like a general, a evil general or something. That's like they trying to fight for their rights or whatever. So
Hmm. There was this episode on the game. I just thought about that because it had popped up on my threads, but I remember that episode when because we were talking about the community earlier, and it was on the game. You know the show, the game about the football. Um, the guy was cooking, and it was another football player there. He had made lasagna, and then there was put you to bed was on by Jay Holiday. Like, oh, put you to bed, bed. Like, so they were singing it or whatever, like in because the music was playing, but not on purpose. I don't think he said I'm about to put that on or whatever, or I don't remember, but because that is kind of suspect. Like, why not? I don't know. Maybe it just if it just came on, but it's like weird that you're singing that song come on and you making lasagna or whatever. So then the guy comes up behind me and he whispers he whispers in his ear, he's like, I'm gonna put you to bed, Malik. You like, nigga, get if you don't
whoa,
get your burly behind off me.
whoa.
He was like, what's the problem? That's what you want. And he was like, no, nigga. I like females. Like, what's wrong with you? Or whatever. And he was like, get the out of my house. He was like, well, you made lasagna and you thought like I thought I was. He was like, was I wrong? He was like, yes, you was wrong. Now get out. He was like, you ain't gonna tell nobody because they were on a football team together. You ain't gonna tell nobody. Who them to tell, Clay? That's what he said. And they said, get the F out my
yo,
house.
yo, this crazy. Wow. Go ahead.
That's it. He was just like, get the F out. He was like, don't look at me because he stopped and turned around. Get the F out my house.
Cause he threw that last look like, you really
Like,
want
you
me to go?
sure?
Yeah,
Yeah.
nigga. Fuck out. fucking wild. Oh boy. That's what I'm saying. Like it's not. It wouldn't be. It wouldn't be so very
But there was a lesson
acceptable.
in that because he was mad with him at the end or whatever, and then it was messing up because how you said right. He's gay, so now you know it, so you feel like, oh, he trying to stand behind me and
Yeah, like what
whatever.
you doing?
But so it was messing up the flow of the field because they never talked about that after that happened. But he misread this, and I could see why, because you cooked lasagna.
So what? Nigga
You
was
know,
hungry.
no, but and then he put on push you to bed.
Why he
Like and they
play
were
that?
singing,
Yeah, I don't know why he played that. Like he
and they
wildin'.
were singing. It was like,
He
I'm
didn't
gonna
start
rock your
singing. Yeah,
body, turn you
yeah, they
over.
was doing
They
too
was
much.
dancing and stuff,
They was doing
like
too much.
not dancing together, but like they were both dancing and singing the song or whatever. Like so he was kept. That's what he said. I misread the situation. Like I thought we was vibing or whatever, and but they made up because they had to because they was losing. They were losing the game because he didn't want him near him or whatever.
Right.
So, well, they did lose the game. They was like, whatever's going on with you, you need to fix it or whatever because this is, you know, because they could see that the chemistry was off.
Some weird shit, man. Demand a trade immediately. 32-year-old woman mauled by her own pit bull on her birthday.
Mm. Is she unalive?
Let's see.
On her birthday too.
On
What
her
you do to
birthday,
that
yeah.
dog, girl?
Oh wow, see how y'all do.
Cause that's what's
You
happening.
just automatically gonna say it was her. She could have, but I don't like what like with women though.
Somebody told me that happened. Well, it was guy. It was a guy though that happened. They they hit the dog um
Ooh,
with a belt.
that's the dog. Look at that motherfucker. That nigga killer.
He drooling too.
Yeah, what the fuck?
um,
That dog look dangerous
somebody
though.
told me that somebody hit their dog with a belt, and the dog bit him.
The attack lasted 23 minutes.
And then the dog bit him after they hit him with the belt.
23
So
minutes.
maybe she did something.
Tore off her arm.
Or maybe not.
Caused
Sometimes
severe internal
but I
injury.
think it's triggered by something. I don't think they just.
She died
Um,
4 days later in the hospital on what would have been her 32nd birthday.
rest. God bless the dead.
With cases like this appearing again and again, it raises a difficult question. Should the government step in and ban certain breeds from being kept as pets?
No, you should let people get them if they want.
If a person wants a tiger, they should be able to get a tiger.
Well, they already have law. You can't just get anything. I mean, you probably could get a
Do
tiger.
you think it's acceptable for?
You should have it in the proper
should have
condition.
a
Don't
tiger.
just get it and have it in your house like they did in the mic.
There's a circumstance you should have
on
your tiger.
If you have like land where you could have like a big open space, like you
I
have them
like how you're
caged.
justifying people having tigers.
Listen, and you have the hands, the people that come and clean, care for them and stuff like that, because they already do that anyway, or whatever. So, but these are like zoos and stuff like that. Like the people that work at the zoo hire them to like and put the cage to be making a lot of space in the woods or something, so they can, even though they're caged, they have room.
If you're
to
not
move
a
around.
zookeeper, you shouldn't have a tiger because it's dangerous. That's number one. It will eat you. That's number two.
That doesn't mean you
number
have to go
three,
in there with
it's
it.
not its natural habitat. It's literally like slavery, like, you know what I mean?
No, because that's why I said
I want a lion, but I can't.
That's why I said I would give it a lot of, like, even though it's
not
caged,
fair for
it would be like
you gotta
like
feed it. You gotta feed it
wild.
deers. You gotta feed it people. You gotta
don't have to.
You gotta feed it. You gotta feed it
People.
shit. Yeah, you gotta feed it shit
They
to
don't
keep
even
it. You know.
no.
You gotta feed it. You gotta feed it.
Do they even?
Squirrels.
They don't even. What do they eat?
Who? Tigers?
They
Meat.
be biting people, but
They eat meat. They don't eat. I don't. You know what? I think it's a myth. I don't think lions actually eat people. I think they attack people. I don't think tigers actually eat people. I think they just maul them.
Yeah.
But shit, I don't give a fuck. That nigga, that shit could kill you. Delete you. Sorry.
Yeah, from losing blood.
I seen a video where they had like a pit
Oh, they are carnivores.
and they had a tiger going against a what you call it, going against a lion, and
Yeah, they are carnivores. So they
the
do
tiger
eat meat. Both
the
tigers
tiger
and
was going
lions.
sick, yo. The tiger was going sick, man. It was destroying the lion, but the lion was just such a beast. He just kept coming back stronger and stronger.
He powered up.
Yeah.
He was regenerating.
Yeah, it was crazy. I had hope for that. I had hope for the lion.
I want a tiger. I want a leopard. No, a jaguar. That's what I want.
You want stuff you're not supposed to have.
I want the little bear, the little like it's
You
a
want
dog.
a bear that gets
No. It's a
gonna
dog.
be big.
No, it's a dog, and it's like a little baby. It looked like a little teddy bear, and it don't get that big. It's so cute. It looked like a real life teddy bear, but it's like a dog, and it's so tiny. But I want that monkey that you be on your shoulder.
The finger monkey.
Yeah, and Bubbles too, the chimp, like that. Um, I want an eagle.
An eagle.
Yep. I'm gonna make the cage for each animal big enough for them, so it's gonna be high, so it can fly.
You know how
to the
much
top.
that's
And
gonna
like,
cost you in life?
this is if
That's
I
gonna be
had
your
money.
whole life.
This is if I had money.
You're
I'm
gonna
not.
have
This
to
is
have
it's a hypothetical.
gajillions a Google in your bank account of dollars.
Yeah, this is a hypothetical scenario.
Right.
If I could,
hypothetically the richest
because
person in the
obviously
world.
I can't get these animals. I know you need money, but I'm saying to help them still feel,
You could visit
still
them.
at home.
You could capture them and visit them and bring them to a zoo, and you could always visit them whenever.
Capture
whenever you
them.
want.
I'm
Yeah,
not going
capture
to find. They're gonna drop them off.
Nah, you
I'm
gotta
gonna
find
have
them.
the
You gotta
land
find them.
created like a big
That's
park
the
for
mystery
my.
of it. You get an egg, get an eagle
Like I
egg
have
and hatch
acres.
it.
Like if I have acres of land, like it could be a separate section of
Would
the
you do
property.
that? Would you buy? Would you buy an eagle? Would you raise an eagle from birth?
Yeah.
Would you buy an eagle egg and keep it?
You gotta sit on.
No, you put it on a pillow or something. Put a diaper on it.
Say you gotta sit on.
What was that cartoon that used to come on? It was like mad eggs and one had a diaper on it. Your cat is hard headed. Your cat is just a fucking nuisance. Sit your ass down somewhere, cat.
Sorry guys, the cat unplugged.
Fucking cat.
The light.
Cause you talking about lions and shit. You like, yo, I don't give a fuck. You ain't gonna never replace me. Motherfucker. I don't understand. Anyway, people.
No, you gotta relax. Stop it. I'm putting you in the place.
Sorry about that. I gotta drink my Sprite.
Hold
it off. Oh, what was that? Oh, that was the phone, damn.
And she did that too.
We on the floor. We on the floor, y'all. it's still charging too. Yeah. Having a hard time, you know.
Yeah.
Cat, move. Could you move, please? Go in
Lana,
your
come here.
cage.
Come here. Now she's trying to run. Don't try to come over here and lay down there. You should lay down the corner. Stop messing with this stuff. But yeah,
You have any snacks? You don't be having snacks. I got go do a Go Puff order.
what were you saying?
No, I was saying
I don't have.
it's just unfortunate
I got candy.
to have excuse me, crazy animals hostage in your crib. You know, like that's just wild. Like if you got a damn a cobra and you took away its venom, like that's the only thing it got. Like you can't take away that. You know what I mean? Like you might feel like you want to be able to play with it, but it ain't no toy. It ain't supposed to. You ain't supposed to play with it. You know what I mean? It might sound crazy, but
this is all I got.
Oh, you bringing it back? All right, thanks for these next.
Big Junior time.
I used to get these at the barber shop.
I never liked them when I was young. I never tried it. Then I got it one day from Go Puff, and I was like, "Oh, these are good." But once in a while.
No, I feel like a diabetic. Like I need some sugar real quick. I try not to eat a lot of sugar. Raisinets are really good. Take me back.
Back to life, back to reality.
When I go to the movies, I mix my chocolate with my popcorn.
Yeah.
You would say that. That doesn't be good. Cause like
What chocolate?
Chocolate covered popcorn is blazing.
What chocolate?
Bunch of Crunch or M&M's.
It ain't chocolate. That's caramel.
Bunch of Crunch not caramel.
Well, that's the one I like.
It's rice.
Oh, you said Bunch of Crunch. I like those.
Dang, man, I feel sorry for her, man. She was pretty. Her name was Simone Light.
I always want to have like a whole, basically like a zoo.
I don't understand. A zoo? Why? Why you want to do that?
I guess you hook, but a big
to those animals.
But a big area. Because I want to have it on one section of the property, so it go for like miles, so they can have enough, even though they're in the cage, it's indoors, and they have enough space to run around, so it can replicate their natural habitat, and they don't be like crammed up in the
caramel Julian mint.
Yeah, it's not mint. It's caramel.
Oh, this ain't supposed to happen.
What? You don't like it?
There's some milk dub.
Yeah, that is what it tastes like. You don't like it?
Nah, because they swagger jackets.
They do taste like milk, but you're right. But milk.
They true to your mint. Don't be trying to jump ship like that and try to do. Reese can't be coming out with no fucking Snicker bars, nigga. That's fucked up, nigga. You treading on dangerous candy waters. But it's alright. You're not gonna give me no milk jug and tell me it's a junior mint. Change that fucking name. I don't believe them niggas. Where the fuck milk duds going? They ain't around no more. They just gotta let this shit go.
They still got milk duds.
I don't fight this.
I never had a junior caramel. They didn't know. It's mad caramel candy.
Rolo's nasty. They too hard.
It was his teacher. She loved them. She would hit.
She ain't had no teeth, bro.
Yeah, she had teeth. She wasn't that old. I mean, you don't necessarily have to be old to lose your teeth, but no, she didn't. She was mean though.
Well, she got what she deserved.
What did she deserve?
I don't know. You said it like she was mean.
She was.
She here?
I don't know if I wasn't really close to her because. But
if she was picking up oranges in that old nigga yard, would he have ran over her legs?
No, you know what? She had reasons. That's what she had. Them Johnson is nasty. Reason, RIE.
Oh yeah. That yeah.
She had those, and somebody stole them. She had some in her desk. The students stole them one time.
They stole them
in the 5th grade or something.
What they was gonna do? They was gonna sell them.
They wanted to eat them. I guess I don't know. But he was like, I ain't take it.
Nobody wants that shit.
And she was like, yes, you did.
It's some candies I'd be like, oh yeah, I want a few of those. And some that I'm like, I don't want that shit.
I would have gave it back. I tried it. I would have snuck it back in the desk. But you knew it was him. He said he did. He was bad. He used to always do stuff. See, I knew who was gonna go to jail too. He was like, I knew who was gay, knew who was gay, going to school and stuff. Sad to say. Bad house. Always doing something.
Gee. Excuse me.
He's doing a beat.
Cause like it was coming out like that. I don't like to just do like a loud burp. It sounds crazy. I'm trying to like break it up.
That was the worst.
Why?
Because you did it for math.
Because it was a long
Like you beatboxing.
It was a long burp. It was a long burp, man. I didn't want to just just melt it out. Like I was like, yo, let me see that weed.
But that's more noticeable, is what I'm saying. Because if you would just did it and got it over with, and said excuse me and kept talking, but because it was a weird burp, like it was like a beat or whatever. Now it's like okay, it's unusual.
I ain't try to beatbox with it, but that's just how it came
Now
out.
you're not getting out, so stop it because
Artist to
you
the
keep
soul.
messing with the core. She'll walk that thing too.
Oh, you know what I watched? It's an old movie. It's nostalgia from the '90s, actually, so not too old. Deep Cover with Lawrence Fishburne. Deep Cover is a movie about
With
a police
Omar
officer.
Epps.
No. So this is a movie about a police officer who's undercover, who is trying to infiltrate a Spanish cartel, right? And the officer that's getting him in here, he in LA. And the officer that's trying to get him involved with it, Jeff Goldblum is in it too, right? So Jeff
That.
Goldblum, huh?
Who's that?
Jeff Goldblum, The Fly. Remember the movie The Fly?
Yeah.
That's Jeff Goldblum.
Nasty.
Yeah, that weird guy. He played in Independence Day too. But yeah, so in the movie, he plays the guy. Here, you use that for hold on. I think I got a cold now. And Mr. Freeze's helmet.
Whatever.
But yeah, it's I forgot. I forgot what it was.
You said the guy from the Fly, Jeff Goldblum.
Oh yeah. So basically, Jeff Goldblum is like, damn, wait, what was it?
The movie. You said the guy that played.
Oh, Deep Cover. Damn, Jeff Goldblum was a drug dealer. My bad. Jeff Goldblum was a drug dealer, and see, it's a crazy light to see him in. But Jeff Goldblum was a vengeful drug dealer, and um, Lawrence Fishburne was playing a undercover police officer, but he didn't know. He was so deep.
So he was acting like he joined.
Yeah, but it was another cop that was on to him while he was doing what he was doing. That was Clarence Williams III. So Clarence Williams III was on to Lawrence Fishburne while he was trying to, do his shit, but he couldn't break his cover because that's the one rule: don't ever break your cover.
That sounds like that movie. I mean, I know it's a different
Sound like
movie.
In Too Deep?
Yeah. Which one came on first?
In Too Deep is newer. I'm sorry. In Too Deep is a new movie.
I just watched. I didn't watch that before. I just watched it a couple months ago.
Oh, Deep Cover is that's one of the movies. That's like one of the movies. Like when you talk about movies that make somebody career, like I guess you could say Bill and Ted probably made Keanu Reeves' career before John Wick, and I would say before The Matrix, this movie kind of made Lawrence Fishburne's career. This and Boys in the Hood. Cause his supporting role in that movie was crazy. But he had the best supporting role as Morpheus. Like that was crazy. He was a good supporting character in John Wick too.
Yeah, I like John Wick.
That nigga be like, yo, Keanu, we got another movie. See, Lawrence Fishburne is like a different type of nigga. Like you could say, like with him, he is kind of like what they talk about, where it's like, oh, you a black dude that don't, where's the, oh, it's right here. You a black dude that don't really respect your culture or something like that. Some of them, they do respect their culture. They just don't like to get involved in shit because who wanna be involved in that shit? When you doing good in life, when you're doing good in life, you don't want to get involved in nitpick in the fuckery, yo, because you could risk everything that you work so hard to get. Sever some alliances. That's why you gotta be like, yo, you gotta be by yourself. You gotta make your own business. You know what I mean? Make your own money, generate your own deals, so that you don't gotta bend to the whims of others or worry about messing up somebody else's identity when you want to do some extra revolutionary shit. Cause that revolutionary shit, that shit gonna fuck up everything that you worked hard to get. Cause nobody likes that shit. Everybody wants you to have one mind. They want you to believe what they want you to believe. That's just
One
how it is.
band, one sound. That's what they say.
It's gonna be difficult.
Do, do, do.
Shit, I feel sorry for that chick, man. And
Yeah,
that
I want
kid,
to know
damn.
what happened. It ate the kid too, or bit the
No,
kid?
no, it just fucked her up
Oh, but the kid don't got mom.
on her 32nd birthday.
Mm-mm. I want to know the whole story.
Oh, AI crazy. Engineer builds efficient baby burping robot. It looks like it's
No.
beating that baby,
Yeah, no, hell no. Don't do that.
killing that baby. But look, see,
Mm-mm.
look,
I see
it's burping. Look, it's coming out.
that baby throwing up because you
That baby dying.
about to break his back.
That's sad. We giving
People
up
are
on people,
lazy.
man. Giving up
That's what
on
I'm
people.
saying. Why there's some things that you shouldn't need a robot to do that you need to just do yourself. That next thing you know is you're gonna have a machine to wipe your ass.
Yo,
That should only be for disabled people or elderly if they can't afford care or something like that. That would be a good effort. But you gotta get it right. Make sure you're not impaling people or like that it works properly. Like that you're not too rough and that you're not just making a mess and you clean it up good. And I think that could be something good. Shoot, they have a bidet that spray on your booty. So you have to use the bathroom.
flight attendant shares her before versus after body count after 1 year on the job in the U.S. 12 white men, four, I don't know what that is. I guess that's still a white man, but like darker white man. Two black men and nine, I guess, pilots. So it's a flex. It's a flex now for people to
Change your
embarrass
started.
themselves. No, but I'm just saying, like people to embarrass themselves is a flex. Like that, it don't got that many views, but it's stuff that people talk about and they champion this shit. Wow, this baby for a long ass hair. Is that real? Or they
No,
fucking?
I don't think it's real.
You
I've
don't
seen
know
that.
what's AI and what's not.
That's
Yo,
what it.
everything like you know what I
Listen,
mean.
that was in the Bible.
He threw a woman to her death from an uptown apartment on the fifth floor window to avoid being caught cheating on his girlfriend. Sentenced to 5 years in prison. No, hell
Hmm.
no.
Yeah.
What do you mean yes?
Yeah.
That ain't happened.
I looked it up.
What? That's crazy. Thursday. He got 5 years though. How do you get 5 years?
Because he said she fell.
Oh, he lying. Involuntary manslaughter. Okay. Ledge. He tossed her. Is he still with his girl? Like, if you do something like that, you're gonna be out 5 years. Like, is she still gonna take you back? That's what she looked like now.
No, she was crying. Everybody's crying about it. They said about the baby. Her and her family was on the news, or I don't know if she was in it, but her family. She was. I think it was her aunt or her mom or something. That she ain't done have to do, or I think she was talking to like I lost my baby, and this is just crazy. I just can't believe this, or I don't know exactly what she said, but she was crying and saying something to
Should they
that effect.
discriminate?
What? What is that?
What do you mean?
What is that?
What do you mean?
That's a
What
costume.
is that? That's Victoria.
Who's Victoria?
Victoria Wright. She was born with a rare genetic condition called cherubism. Doctors said her head was as heavy as a bowling ball. That's what she looks like.
Marshmallow.
Yeah, I feel bad for people that have these like ailments. They born, and then people always complain about shit. Be happy that you don't got what the fuck they got. Look at this. Teacher told student not to tell her dad about an inappropriate encounter at school. Now the teacher is being investigated by the school. Another teacher. Another teacher. That's the father. Did he beat the teacher up? What is he talking about? See what he's
Like penis. Brianna, a fourth grader, was also called the N-word. Then she says her teacher told her not to talk about it. She said, "Don't tell your dad." Washington was in shock.
Why not?
He went straight to the teacher and recorded their conversation on his cell phone, which he shared with News 13. Why would you tell her, "Don't tell me that"? Because I felt this was talking about. Washington says he had a right to know. I am not going to make a big deal out of. I'm not going to make a big deal out of every single thing that happens to children, especially with. Not a big. A father shocked and outraged after a teacher told his daughter to keep a secret.
I don't know why they trying to act like he wild out.
But it was a big deal for Brianna and her dad.
Because I don't like things like that, and it scares me.
Then why do you keep hanging out with these people?
He went on.
My daughter for this incident. Washington is worried about what his daughter is learning.
I worry about what he's gonna do. Don't throw away your freedom,
brother.
You were
trying to teach my daughter to lie.
Don't throw away your freedom.
It didn't work.
You look like you're gonna throw your freedom away, bro.
The school's head administrator, Felix Garcia, also has a problem with how the teacher handled the situation.
Like you about to go crazy.
I'm going to conduct a full
investigation.
investigation.
He broke his glasses.
And then depending on the investigation, we will look at what needs to be done. And Washington says he won't stop until something is done. You can't do your job. That's all that you prove to me, that you can't do your job as a teacher. That's all.
He put that dude in a headlock. It was like,
but
yo,
it was
son.
A big deal for Brianna
You gotta
and her
fix
dad.
this.
Because I don't like things like that, and it scares me.
Then
Is
why
he
do you
talking to
hang
him
out
like
with
that?
these people? Blaming.
He was like, what?
Blaming my daughter for this incident.
I know.
Washington is worried about what his daughter is learning. You taught my daughter to lie to me. You were trying to teach my daughter to lie to me. It didn't work. We shouldn't be telling our students that. The school's head administrator, Felix Garcia, also has a problem with how the teacher handled the situation. I'm going to conduct a full investigation, and then depending on the investigation, we will look at what needs to be done. And Washington says he won't stop until something is done. You can't do your job. That's all that you.
How you
that
get
you
a
can't do your job
cold?
as a teacher.
You ain't
It's
have
cold in here. I just got a cold.
Big deal. But it was a big deal.
I got a cold just doing the podcast just
Because I
now.
don't like things like that, and it scares me.
Then why do you
Yo,
keep
if
hanging
your
out
daughter,
with these people?
if your daughter come to you like that, you gonna go crazy.
But
They did
that
something to
wasn't.
me at school and it scares me. What?
Oh, so it was
What?
her. So she was a kid. That little girl.
She wasn't little. She looked like she was like 8. That's crazy. That's crazy right here. That's wicked crazy. Who would even make that? That's
People
oh my
stupid.
god.
Somebody will buy it, and then they gonna be on the news. Cause people be doing that anyway. They don't need a machine to do it. They be taking their kids out
Lawrence
themselves.
Fishburne. He was that guy, man. Lawrence Fishburne was that guy.
Remember,
Shout out to Larry, man.
Cameron? he seen him and he was like,
Cameron always fucking with people though.
no,
Like
he didn't
he be
do
asking
nothing.
for it, bro.
He didn't do nothing. It was like,
Shout out to Cameron.
he was like, he called me Larry. No, he said my name is I don't know. I think he said don't call him Larry. His name Lawrence.
Nah, Killer funny as hell though. He funny as hell. Like I like everything that he do. 100% is always gonna be gold on camera. Like you gotta be like, yo, this nigga. Like I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not a critic. I don't get paid to do it. But as an opinion, as a person that, as a fan that watched the shit,
This person is silly. All right, so this is a dope story, right?
Killer Season was not really that
So
good.
my first album's not even out yet, and
what do you think? You think it was good?
we in the airport, it's me and a couple of my niggas, and Lawrence Fishburne walked past, just randomly, like we like, oh shit, Lawrence Fishburne. We don't have no album, so we like bugging to see Lawrence Fishburne. He's like, yo, man, we love Lawrence Fishburne, no homo. So Jim is sitting there. Jim is like, yo, I was in Toys R Us. And if you call him Larry, he lose his mind. He don't like to be called Larry. So,
so he know that.
My man,
because that's why he changed this shit.
Fat Sean, God bless him. He like, yo, Larry. He looked. He's like, yo, I said, what's up, Larry? Shit. So Lawrence Fishburne stops and walks over and says, "Would you just call me?" Is that the airport? Yes. Okay. It's in the airport. He's like, "Would you call me?" He's like, I said, "What's up, Larry?" What's happening? So we like, yo, we fans to stand at third. He tuning us out. He like, yo, why you calling me Larry? He said, because that's your name. He said, my name is Lawrence. He said, your name is Larry. Larry, I'll get it. Let me tell you this. This story so bad to do research on it.
They did. They changed
his
name.
Larry when he was young. But then after higher learning, he changed it to Lawrence. Oh. I guess Larry is wild and niggery, and then he did higher learning. And you know what I'm saying?
Yo.
Like the Matrix and all this shit. So, anyway, he like, man, he told my man that. He like, yo, don't listen to him, man. You know, Jim had just did a scene on New York Undercover as an extra. Yeah. He's even acting. Listen to this. Jim was like an extra on New York Undercover. Like I said, I ain't have no album out. He's promoting shit. So he walks off. He like, yo, why you do that, Sean? Like, what's wrong with you? Like, man, that. Nigga name is Larry. So we chilling like 10 minutes later. This nigga come back and sit next to us. We like, yo, man, don't worry about him. He over here, my man Sean over there. We like, yo, man, we fans. Jim like, I'm like, yo, my man was just on New York Undercover. If you can help us out with the little actor shit, you know, you need a little gig and all that shit. He like, I'm not helping y'all. We like, what's wrong, man? We like, you with somebody who keep calling me Larry. My man leaned over and said, your name is Larry and don't ask me again. Lawrence Fishburne get out, take his wallet out, put it in my man's face. What does that say? My man is like, I don't care what it says. Your name's Larry. So we like, yo, him, man. I'm about to be a rapper. You know what I'm saying? This nigga, my man's acting, this, that, and the third. Yo, so the Lawrence Fishburne wows out. He says, yo, stop asking me for help, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not helping y'all. This nigga gotta understand. So now,
this could literally be a Dave Chappelle
shit. Now I'm like, are you Larry? You know out of here, yo, nigga ain't kissing your ass. Man, matter of fact, I'm about to swing on you. So Larry Fishburne, like, he backed up. This nigga pulled some gloves out of his pocket and put on his gloves. So I'm like, I looked at my man T. I'm like, we about to jump this nigga. So he just looked and walked off. like a movie. Like, just walked off the picture. I'm like, my man Sean, like, you an asshole. I said, I got tired of kissing his ass. He was like, nah, he was on the verge of snuffing me, man. I was gonna fall out, get over it.
Yo.
Everything, bro. I said, I can't take it no more. Anyway, fast forward to answer your question. That was a great story. My man is driving my pink Range Rover one day in Harlem. Like stuff. I like this. Yeah, so I listen. Yeah. Like fish, orange, like whatever.
He's like,
yo, that camera.
But yeah, man.
He's like, yes, my man. He said, yo, tell that guy I love his music, man. I'm a big fan of Cameron, man. You let him know that. I'm like, Lawrence don't even know that was us in the airport. Like, 6 years ago, she was going crazy.
I remember he was Larry Fishburne and Cornbread in me. I remember that shit.
Yeah, now they changed it on the credits. But yeah, now he listening to his music. He done cuss you out because his friend acting stupid. He like, no, your name Larry.
Some people just don't know how to act in public. Like, you just can't bring them out nowhere.
No, but you see what he said. He was like, why? He was trying to snuff me. I was gonna record it again. Why would you? Now that is that is an example of like that. Like, you gonna record him and put it on camera so he can pay you, or so you can get paid to talk about it, do interviews and stuff. Like that's crazy. Instead of going, at least Cam and Jim were trying to work. They was asking. He said, "Stop asking me for help. You gotta understand that my name is Lawrence." Why they was messing with that man? Well, I mean, it was his friend, really. If his friend wasn't doing that, it went that way.
Storms are coming. I hate snow, yo. We get our weather here, yo. It's just freak off matter. Wow.
I watched the movie.
Our weather here is ridiculous.
I watched this movie called um What About Your Friends? And
Ways. Yo, this is crazy.
it was called What About Your Friends?
This is crazy.
And it was just so messy. The guy was, I seen that.
You seen this?
Yeah. The guy,
you did?
Yeah. On Instagram.
What the fuck?
With the pink stuff like that. Yeah. But it was called What About Your Friends? And it was mad messy.
My video right
here. It was like
he just posts this every day.
It was a group of friends. And one group, the guy just slept with with one girl, and he friends with her man, like, 'cause they all friends or whatever. And her baby is not is his and not the man that she with, but he thinks that that's his kid all the time. The baby done started growing up, like it's not a little baby, that's like a few years old, and she's been pretending. And then his girlfriend, the guy that got the baby by the friend's girl, she slept with his brother when they all went on a trip together, like all the couples. And then she slept with the brother. But I guess they had all went to school together. So he always like he was in love with her. He always wanted to be with her, but he didn't say nothing because the brother was that ain't his real brother, but he called him his brother. But they friends. But so that happened, and then she got pregnant, and then one of the other friends found out like, oh my God, what are you gonna do? Well, because her husband proposed to her, which is the guy that had a baby by the other friend girl or whatever, and nobody knows this right now. Like nobody knows that ain't that guy baby except the girl and the guy. And but I guess he helps her out or gives her money. Whatever. Well, no, he never really asked about it. He just because she's a whore. She just be sleeping with everybody too. She be cheating on her boyfriend, and that's how they met because they all was sleeping with her. But he knew that, and
She was everybody's friend.
and he decided to be with her, like knowing or whatever. But he thought they had stopped um, messing around or whatever. So then the daughter got sick, and then she had disease. She needed uh, certain blood type. I think she needed a blood transfusion or something. Or they needed to donate something, but they had to test their blood first. And he was the father. But then a girl was like one of the other friends. She was like, if you have, because everybody knew that they found the girl was sick, the daughter or whatever. So they was like, oh, we'll all get tested, or because they tested their blood and they haven't, but people don't know. Like certain blood types make certain type of blood, but most people don't know that, so they probably didn't think none of it. Everybody got tested just to see if they could help or whatever. But like you can have different blood types and create different, but there's certain ones that it won't create with certain other ones. So because the kid had a certain blood type and those two together could not create that. That's no combination or whatever. This girl's like, you can't have that produce that blood type if y'all are what you are. And then he was like, "What are you trying to say? They made a mistake." He was like, "Possibly," or whatever. So then then another girl, the guy that the guy that she slept with on the trip, he has a girlfriend, and she heard them arguing because it was the parents' anniversary, somebody's parents' anniversary, and they had a dinner for them. And then she heard them talking and was like, "Why you didn't tell me that you pregnant?" Because they were supposed to run off together. But then he proposed to her. But then when he proposed to her, she looked at him. And everybody else, other people peeped that too. It was like, why she look at him like that, and why you were hesitant? Cause she like when he got on his knee, she seemed excited. But then when he asked her, then she paused for a second, and then she looked at the other guy. He the only one that didn't notice it, or maybe he didn't want to. But he got a baby by her best. Oh, and that other girl that he has the baby by, that's his best friend, and that's her best friend. So her best friend slept with her man, and she slept with his friend, and they, but he had a kid all the time, but he never really talked to the girl about it until she got sick. He like, man, is that my baby? Or whatever when he found out that the girl was sick. And then she was like, why are you asking me that now? You never cared before. Or whatever. And he was like, well, I don't know. But they wasn't gonna say nothing. They still gonna hide it. But the other dude girlfriend heard them and she heard her boyfriend arguing, so she came and told everybody, and then she pulled out a gun. Like, and she was like, tell him the truth. She was like, tell him that he's the father. And he was like, well, I don't know what you talked about. And she was like, stop lying. And then she cocked the gun back. And he was like, no, please put the gun down. We can talk about this. But then she exposed the other guy. She was like, it's okay though. You shouldn't feel too bad. Because, your man, he just proposed to you. But he got a baby by your best friend. And, and they had the baby for years. And then never said nothing. So, guess you're even. They making weird moves. That probably happened to somebody. It was just a whole messy situation. Will arise in our
Yo, this
life,
this
but
video
you
is
gotta be
is is
smart
hilarious to
about it.
me. Yo. I want to share this with you guys.
Shannon, you in this game. Fucking grade, nigga. Hey, why you nigga, where your grades at? Where your grades at? You got straight fucking L's and D's, nigga. I got straight A's. No, you don't, nigga. You made straight D's in them. What my fucking fight no more, dude? What you say? What you say? You don't know me, son. What you bagging up for? What you? They go push me. You bagging up. Real talk. Tell the real nigga.
Grown
I'm a
ass
fucking grown
kid.
man. You are? I'm going fucking man. You don't smoke, though? I don't what? You don't smoke?
It is
You don't
the
smoke,
same.
nigga?
These
You don't
kids is
smoke?
grown.
How many times your daddy whoop your ass and you cry? Sometimes your daddy
That
whoop
don't
your
even
ass.
got
I don't
nothing
cry.
to do with it.
I don't. How the fuck?
Kids just be saying
This
random ass shit.
nigga trying to cook a motherfucking a fucking sandwich. This pussy ass nigga burn a fucking sandwich. Why the fuck you ain't eat it cold? The fuck wrong with you? Nigga,
He got a point.
sandwich cold.
Why you ain't eating cold?
Come on. Nigga, you can't even cook a damn cheese toast. Yes, you can. Nigga, I cook all my life.
That's why you look like that.
I had to cook for this nigga. How many days when he spent the night at my house? Like 6. I had to cook this nigga spaghetti and shit because he was hungry. But, bitch, your back good.
How you call him fat?
Yo, I know it's crazy.
These kids is bad.
That's an old one though. It's a dude. He made a page called.
I'm tired of people posting their grown kids.
Why he didn't eat it cold daily. It's called Why He Didn't Eat It Cold Daily. Yeah, look him up. He posts this video all day. It's Why He Didn't Eat It Cold Daily. So, you know, I look at stupid stuff like that. I'm like, no, I do look at stuff that has some substance to it, but I find this rather entertaining because it's funny how kids fight with each other.
Kids is grown. They don't need, and people keep posting these little girls.
They just want to curse.
Sassy.
He just saying anything to curse. Motherfucking ham sandwich.
He repeat what he hear people say.
Right. Why the fuck you couldn't just eat a cold?
We gonna have a swear jar around my kids too. I do be cussing. And whoever come over, they gonna have to put money in the swear jar too if they say
I ain't got no money.
Well, I don't got no kids. This is in the future. Or if.
Swear jar. White people shit. See that is it's a good idea because it enforces something good, but it's like, why was those words ever created? Were they created for a purpose? Should they be allowed to let it loose if they need to defend themselves verbally? You shouldn't have to resort to that. You should be able to walk away. But what if someone drops the F bomb at your kid? Your kid doesn't know which word to defend themselves against it.
Just shut
you know
up.
what I mean? You gotta call him a shithead. You know? No, you gotta, you know. No. There's gotta be, yo, we
you just
we
so
normalize the bad behavior, right?
Like, I'm gonna walk away and you can say whatever cuss words you
I'm
want.
fucking with you. Nah, honestly, like I'm one of those people. I don't believe that you know, kids should be disrespectful and shit like that. But it just be funny when kids do stuff. I hate how they exploit them online though. That's terrible. They shouldn't be online on Instagram posts doing shit. Now I see that there's some stuff that's it seems like it's endearing. You know, he loves his mom. There's a mother that always cooks for this kid. and he always like, you know, he dresses up with a little suit or something with a little bow tie, and be like, my mama done made me some nuggets.
Oh yeah,
you
he
know?
mad country. He sound like a grown man.
And he got these glasses on. He looks so cool, man. He looks so cool. He's got a very pleasant.
Food, though.
Look, he eat. That boy
that's
eat.
a grown man.
He love his mama.
He do. He be like, she made me some catfish. Like you wish you had some.
Huh? He a up and coming influencer.
Yeah, he sound like a little old man. The way he be talking, I think from New Orleans.
They had the awards, the streaming awards, streamer awards or whatever.
The Webby.
Was it that? Is that what it's called?
I don't know. I think the Webby is maybe. I didn't know that. Where's that at? It's online.
It was somewhere, but I don't know. I heard it.
What's happening?
Best Creative Arts Streamer. Best Roleplay Streamer. Best MOBA Streamer.
Oh, say, this making up stuff.
Best Brand Partner.
No, but they had a real actual ceremony though.
Hidden Gem Award.
It'll be online, so it's probably like mad hard to find.
Somehow like a movie.
It's a streamers award. This it? Oh, this the whole joint? Oh yeah, this the whole joint. Nah, somebody with somebody else
has value. I think you want to get hold of the board, hold of the high.
I don't know. I didn't watch it. It looks corny already when it came on. Sorry, guys. Don't get mad at me.
No, there was one. No, there was one part of it that I want you to see. This
Jason, Sakura, the internet's favorite couple, hi, and their short gay son, Ron. Ron, how does it feel to have been replaced by Sakura?
It was only a matter of time.
It's okay. It's okay. You get to sit next to them. Look at them. They're back to back. Trouble in paradise, you see? Are you guys doing okay? There's so much tension.
Yes, we're doing great.
Yeah?
There's no tension.
Are you guys in love? Are you guys in love? Do you love each other? Come on.
They said she was terrible.
Yes.
She was terrible.
Okay, I need to get out of here. This is too much heat.
There's no tension.
Are you guys in love? Are you guys in love? Do you love each other? Come on.
Yes.
Okay, I need to get out of here.
This
too much heels,
like
as they say. Too many heels.
I
don't know. I think that's what the kids say. But let me know if the distance gets too much. I can try to get Dr. K over here to fix things for you. Okay? They're from Timu. We've got Rakai here. Rakai, you are our youngest nominee ever. Huge.
Oh yeah, they were mad at.
For those of you who don't know you, do you want to give a little introduction about yourself as a streamer?
What you mean? What you mean what?
An introduction of yourself as a streamer.
Nigga, I just read, man. Amazing sales pitch. Thank you. Thank you. Great achievement. We've got another record breaker here tonight, too. Kai Sinat. This year, as everyone knows, you broke the record for the most expensive haircut and the least educational university. So congratulations to you. Oh, and also, congrats on your new documentary with 50 Cent. That was you, right?
Because somebody was saying, some people were saying that he looked like Jizzle.
Then there's a response after.
If
you all gonna be on the mic, now turn this mic on. Turn this shit on. Turn this shit on. If you all gonna be on the mic making jokes, at least let it be funny. If you all gonna be on the mic making jokes, at least let it be funny. I thought it was. Have a good night. Here. Do you want to do a joke? No. Okay. I only said that because he got his hair cut.
Then you gotta clarify your joke. That's what Abby and Preach was talking about. And they said the whole night, it was real awkward after that. It was more stuff going on. But this was the Streamer Awards this year.
Yeah, I seen that clip, but I didn't see the whole thing. I don't even know what that was from.
It don't matter. It's just a fucking bike, bitch. Didn't nigga why the fuck you come on my bike ugly then?
Don't keep on playing with it.
Yeah. Why just ain't eat a cold?
Did he really burn a sandwich?
Probably.
He was trying to make a grilled cheese. That's what happened. It tastes better when it's melty.
It do, but you wasn't built for that. You should do better. But yeah, how y'all feel about the streaming awards? Do y'all feel like it's waste of time? Do y'all feel like the people that's involved in that should be acknowledged because they do this for a reason? They do this for the people. They do this for you guys. So, what do you think? I personally don't necessarily care about it. I'm doing this for you guys too, but I don't really need acknowledgement for it. I just like the fact that people actually listen to what we saying and chime in or whatever. But
Look, I have something.
Let me know what y'all think about this down in the. And I found this scrolling on social media. Let me know what y'all think about this. There were owners of private prisons who were suing the states they are contracted to imprison people in because they don't have enough prisoners because the state got lax on some of their laws and decided to be more lenient on incarceration. So you have a state government that goes, all right, we ain't gonna put as many people in prison. But the private company running the prison go, nah, motherfucker, you promised us 80% capacity at all times. We at 50% capacity. Go catch some niggas and bring them and or reimburse me for the people that are not in here. And the state can't afford to do it. So they locked up in court right now. Damn. Almost everybody in this country, you're a commodity to someone else.
I feel like it's
an
agenda.
You know, if you're making me president.
Well, it's business though, because if you contract,
they need bodies.
And the contract's at a certain amount, so they're losing money because they have empty beds.
That's slavery. They need these slaves.
Well,
Straight up.
the ones that did it, you gotta stop.
But
And
then
I'm
it's
not
gonna
talking
be
about race,
then if
cause
they don't
cause
have anybody
prisons
in there,
have
and they're gonna
everything.
have anybody in there.
Yeah, well then they're gonna do what they tend to do sometimes. Just catch some people, or they're gonna take them out. I don't know.
It might just start going to people's house.
Blueberry cheesecake croissant, caramelized blueberry cheesecake.
Yo, y'all owe us. Ain't doing that.
Obey your thirst. That looks good.
What? Cookie?
Blueberry cheesecake croissant, caramelized.
She look like she can hold you to your side.
You think she be doing mukbang?
You got any other topics?
No exaggeration. I got a box from my supervisor. Not the one that cooks me the barbecue, the other one. You might not get that. Yo, this is so good.
Blueberry cheesecake croissant.
You don't even need.
It do look good. I like little cakes and stuff sometimes. I don't really like cake like that. You know, I like chips, but like I like ones with like filling. But no, I don't have anything else. Um, oh well, yeah, one more thing actually. Um,
We're supposed to send our children, our most precious gift, off at just the age of 5 to a government institution where they sit in a desk for 8 hours a day under flickering fluorescent lights, eating processed slop in a cafeteria while being taught fake history, forced to memorize useless facts, and punished for thinking differently. It's almost as if they aren't being taught to think, but are being trained to obey. Raise your hand to speak, stand in line, don't question the rules. That sounds a lot like another place, where inmates are locked in cells all day, told when they can eat, and silenced if they question authority. That other place is prison. And here's the uncomfortable truth. The Rockefellers, the same family that hijacked our medical system 100 years ago, also helped fund and shape our modern day education system, not to empower our children, but to create obedient workers that serve the system without question. And don't just take my word for it. John D. Rockefeller said it himself. I don't want a nation of free thinkers. I want a nation of workers. So ask yourself, was the school system created for the benefit of our children or for the power and control of those who created it? I don't know. I'm just a conspiracy theorist.
What she said is true, so I mean it is what it is. But with that knowledge, what do you do with it? Do you use it as a
that's why I
tool, or
always say if I have kids, another hypothetical, I want to homeschool. One of the reasons I said, in addition to the danger, because kids beating up students now, kids are raping kids at school. So like, in addition to their safety physically, like I want to be able to teach them the proper things that they should be learning. But and then some of the other things that they're teaching them that they shouldn't be, and then the things that they need to know. So I would want to homeschool my kids. That's the way. So out of that, and that's how it is, and teach them that if you want to work a 9 to 5, there's nothing with that. But she's right; it's a system in place. But if you want to start a business, you got to know that that's possible, and because we've been programmed and we're taught that this lifestyle, you just work till you die, is what's normal and how it's supposed to be. Most people don't try to do something outside of that and work for themselves. They're comfortable. They just getting by. And that's okay. If you do one, well, you gotta know that it's possible. Don't not try because you feel like you won't succeed. They don't teach you that at school. You not have limitations when it comes to, as long as you're not hurting anyone, when it comes to learning and being the best as you could be. Teach them how to use the rest of their brain. I don't know. Maybe you could do this. They said some people do use more of their brain, but I want my kids to be multilingual. Like I want them to learn to be obviously English, Spanish, and I think Mandarin or Japanese. I don't know, but I'm going. I want them to learn that and like about our history and about Nala. Be quiet and teach them financial literacy and you know so we can understand and tell them about this, the stock market and like enroll them in a class for that or something like so they can learn how to day trade. There were some people that their kids was doing that in high school and they started making money like so stuff that where they don't have to work for someone else. They can if they want to, but that's it's just an option.
Right.
But thank you guys for tuning into another episode of Get Lifted 30th the New 20. My cat made a guest appearance today. If you hear her, if you've been hearing her in the background throughout today, but she's in heat and she be acting crazy. And she's in her playpen now. She can't get out, so she's upset. But yeah, I'm La Hefa.
SmileyJizzle.
And Get Lifted. Hit the like button, share, and subscribe. And click the notification bell